should spank your ass.
What the fuck? Okay, now we started the episode when you said that.
I should spank your dirty
Okay,
little
brother.
ass, bro.
Chill.
It'd get red as a tomato.
Hey, yo. What the fuck?
It's true. You're white.
This is not going to be a good episode.
Yes, it is, bro.
When Fern starts the episodes, it's insane. The last time he started one was when he started just coming and talking about foreskin. He's like, the opener. So you cut? You're cut or what? That was his fucking opener, brother.
That was pretty good.
What I'm saying, isn't that a fire cold open, bro? You talking about, bro?
Dog.
Y'all hating on the code.
I don't know what y'all is. Again, I was not hating. I said it was good.
That was what I'm saying. Thank you, bro.
Okay.
I appreciate the love. At least someone can recognize the fucking the fire that I spat that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Out the gate, bro.
Opening the episode talking about what kind of dick you prefer is kind of crazy, dog.
No, it's just etiquette, bro.
What the fuck? What do you mean etiquette?
I feel like
We should just ask men.
there's no uncut love. You know?
Okay. Cool.
All right, bro. That was that episode. Let's not start with this,
We
bro.
don't want to go.
Do we have to cut this? Or?
No, we're keeping this in.
No pun intended. Hey, yo.
How do you Ayo yourself, bro? You're the only motherfucker I know that Ayos himself.
Can't do that.
Sometimes you gotta hit it yourself, bro. You know? You gotta check yourself, bro.
You know what? I respect it.
Have you ever checked yourself before you wreck yourself?
But you're
that's a
doing it
good point.
afterwards, though. To be honest,
That's
what
true. You could have.
you
thought
already
of it
wrecked
before.
yourself, and then you're checking yourself after.
That is true. And
So
then the fact that
you're
you do
saying
it so often means you've learned nothing.
So you're saying I wreck myself and then I check myself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Fire.
Which, like I said, would be viable if you learned anything, but clearly you haven't.
Nah,
Oh
bro.
fuck! I just kicked the whole fucking table.
Say P though.
God Loves Ugly, episode 8.
Episode Ocho. Yes, sir.
The Big 8.
Here we are, brothers and sisters. Another week, and I'm like we've made it this far. What'd you say were the statistics that? What was it? Episode 3.
Yeah,
There's only
most
3
people quit
episodes.
by episode 3.
Not gonna lie, we hit a wall with episode 3. We just
Oh yeah, we filmed it like
was that
3
the fucked up
times.
one? Yeah.
that was the fucked up
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
But we persevered.
That was
Who are these other guys?
That's
These
what I'm
lames?
saying. These
What,
ones
you
are
hit a
weak.
wall and you just give up?
guys.
The fuck?
Weak
Never.
ass.
Never that.
We got hit with a test by God himself.
We did,
That's what I'm
we
saying.
It was
And it was just us
persevered.
being stupid as fuck.
yeah, it was divine intervention, bro.
Divine intervention.
Is that the right
Yeah,
word?
sure.
Yeah,
It
bro.
is.
Nah, but
Cool this for a second.
fuck, I was gonna bring up a fucking point, dude. I lost
Maybe
it.
that yerba mate is fucking with your brain now.
Are you feeling it? Nah.
I'm still tired, bro. I don't know why. Fucking sucks.
What do you think caffeine is? It's not like it's a magic and it's gonna fucking make you not tired anymore.
Should do something, bro. The fuck?
Get a beer.
$3.
Yeah, true.
Nah, bro.
All right.
That's the devil's fucking the devil's psyop. The CIA and the devil got together for that one to make beer,
Yeah.
Damn.
Speak on that.
to
First.
make alcohol, but y'all ain't ready for that.
No, speak on it.
conversation.
Let's hear.
Fuck, bro. Well, I mean, it sedates the masses, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had this conversation on the podcast before. I think.
No, not in depth though.
Okay, then go on it. You just said you didn't want to speak on it, brother. Go for it. Speak on it in depth. Then.
It's this. We always talk about surface level alcoholism, but we don't speak about the detriment.
This is the conversation we had. Was you were saying, you were talking about how it sedates the masses and it's the government trying to kill us.
Are you saying I'm repeating topics?
I'm just seeing what else you got to say.
All right, bro.
You
Fuck
said,
y'all.
I'm
Y'all
not gonna
can
lie.
read it.
Whenever we start rolling, my mind goes fucking blank.
yeah.
It sucks. I swear. Like me and Fern were just talking right before this. No problem. You turn the camera on, and I get a little
We just freeze
nervous.
up.
I'm like, fuck. Like I gotta I gotta put on. Like I gotta.
I gotta put on for
I
my
gotta,
city.
You know, like
Nah,
fuck.
bro. Me?
I have to be funny. I have to be interesting. I have
Last
to be
episode,
not
Fern
fucking
was-
ugly.
Fern was going through it last episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
He
That
kept
monster
look-
was kicking my
This
ass.
fool just kept looking over and being like, I can't.
Oh
do it."
yeah, true.
Like, I can't. do
True.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, it's because I had a coffee, and then I had a Monster, and then I had another energy drink. So I was
Yeah.
like 300 mg's in of fucking caffeine. I was
Yeah.
booted the fuck up.
Not that I want to like toot our own horn and say we're like great at this, but this podcasting shit is not as easy as people think. People think, oh, I'm just gonna sit around with my friends
Yeah.
and record it, and I'm like, it's kind of tough to actually be interesting and have fun
Yeah.
and like keep
Yeah.
it rolling, because I'm like, yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just different, because I don't know.
No.
I feel like part of like why we even got into this shit is because other people told us we would be good at it, but not everybody is really as interesting as they think. Not that
Yeah.
I want to, again, see, I don't want to toot my own horn, but like, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not for everybody. It looks easy, but then you get in here and we're like,
Yeah,
fuck,
that's
what
the
do we
thing.
do?
You get in here and then
And you
go-
kind of got to just like figure it out. I'm like, okay, what's funny? What's interesting? What's, you know.
the camera turns on, we go blank.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, okay, what's going to be fun for everybody to talk about? you
No,
know?
honestly, I feel
That's
like
the most important thing to me.
I feel like the first 10, 20 minutes are daunting, and then after we kind of just start.
I feel
flowing.
that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're
100%.
definitely in the settling in
Yeah.
phase.
Mhm.
Nah, but fuck all that shit. No one wants to hear
Do
that.
you want to talk about your sty?
Oh yeah, this
dude.
fool's fucked
I don't know
up.
what the fuck happened though. But fuck, dude. I was telling Jolie when we were on the way for the Yerba Mate that I was dabbling in the dirt,
Bro,
Yeah.
and I
this fool was eating too much ass.
and I played in the dirt for a little too long. Bro. Yeah, bro.
I shouldn't. That's why I have the sunnies on. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, don't get close to my eyeballs with that.
You eat ass with the sunnies?
Yeah, yes, that's what I meant. That's what I was saying. Yes.
Like Juicy J just always on.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
Just in case.
You think Juicy J fucks
With the sunnies
with
on.
the sunnies on?
Have you ever seen him without the sunnies? He better.
It's a strange sight.
Strange stuff.
You're right. He looks like a fucking. He looks like yeah.
He looks like a guy that shouldn't show his eyes
Yeah.
ever. I love Juicy J. I feel bad now. I really like that guy.
Nah, Juicy J's fire, bro. Fucking I ain't sparing N words off of Rubber Band Business. It's just
I don't
the
know
name
if I
of the
remember
song.
that one.
It's the
There's
name of a song.
There's a lot
bro.
of those. Like another one I love, Smoke a N-word with Wiz Khalifa.
That's what I'm
True.
talking about.
That's a
bro.
great one.
Good classic music right there. Bro.
It's like a lot of the 3-6 Mafia titles.
Yeah.
That is.
Like one of my favorite 3-6 Mafia songs is called "Knock the Black Off Your Ass," and the hook goes, "I knock the black off your ass," over and over. And I'm like, I'm a white guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This heat.
I love
This-
this. This music speaks to me more than anything else.
Mhm.
Nah, bro. Fucking 3-6, bro, has had such a fat impact on my life, bro. Especially, gotta give it up to fucking Baker 3 and Shake John.
Yeah.
They literally put me on to like 3-6 and Project Pat and all that shit, bro.
Dude, I love Project Pat
Bro,
so
so
much.
good, right?
Yeah.
I just don't like the fuck that he fucks with Drake, you know?
Yeah.
Isn't that
But at the same time, like
it's a little gay.
for Pat, like, I mean, that's just a bag, dude. For a dude
Yeah.
who's like not really, you know, I mean, he does stuff, but like the fact that he could still just get a bag from a major artist, like
Yeah.
after not really being like in like being way out of his prime.
Yeah. The fact that Drake
I would have done
even
the collab.
know.
Like if I hadn't been in my prime in forever, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you told me I just one verse and a hook,
Yeah.
I get a bag off it, I'd do it.
Nah, fucking to think even Drake would know who Project Pat is a fucking a mystery
Yeah.
of it in itself.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's kind of the thing though that Kendrick was saying is like he's a fan, like he's a
He a
rap
fan, he a fan, he a
and
fan.
he's playing a role. So he probably was like a fan of a lot of people. Same way he was like a fan of Pusha T
I mean, he
before
got
they got
Drake
into it.
You got Drake.
Yeah, he got Drake.
Yeah.
though. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. Nah, bro. This is not.
But what's crazy is
R.I.P.
like the whole
R.I.P.
Atlanta sound it's Memphis.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like when you hear those like 16 note hi hats that
Yeah.
in the 808s, the boom,
Yeah.
you know, like that. That's all Memphis. Like that's why
The-
even young guys in Atlanta, you ask them about 3-6 Mafia and they go, oh, 666 Mafia, because that's what they
Yeah.
were originally called. Everybody knows like the
Mhm.
old shit. And if you look at like what trap music originally was, like early Atlanta sound was what T.I., who's coined the term trap music with his first album, and then you have Jeezy and you have Gucci.
Yeah.
None of their shit sounds like what became synonymous with Atlanta trap music.
Yeah.
It's all 3-6.
Yeah. No, 100%. And the was it the triple flow or the
Triplet flow, I'm not sure like where did that
that was from
originate with?
Juicy J.
Yeah.
And those fools. I think.
Did they just like speed it up maybe later on or
I
something
think
like
it
that?
was.
I don't know.
It was.
I don't know, because I feel like that had to be around before them. No,
Oh, you think so? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Because it's the
Yeah.
I think it started
Maybe it
Yeah.
did.
with
I don't
3-6
know.
Mafia.
I'm trying to think if I
Because
know of anybody that did it before them, but I'm not sure.
I think the Migos were trying to coin that shit at one point, and they got checked real fucking fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I remember that actually.
Yeah.
I think and God, I love Project Pat's flow so much. I think honestly, most people who try to do his flow sound so cringy to me.
Yeah.
I think honestly, the only person who's actually done it justice was Scrim from Suicide Boys.
Mhm.
When they did their little what was it? It was like the Yin Yang tapes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they did that one song. What was it? It was like Chateau Gray.
Yeah.
And he pitched his vocals down. It literally sounded just like
Like
Pat.
Project Pat.
Like I was like, it sounded like a sample. So he actually really did it justice. But I've heard some other little clips around from people trying to do the pata, and it's just
It's
they don't
not
do it
it.
well. What's that song that was really popular? It was a popular TikTok sound where this fool was like trying to hit the pat flow, and I fucking hated it. It was like, I'm a big stepper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pissed me
I
the
remember
fuck
that.
off.
I
I don't know
It
who
was some
did it.
like random like YouTube rapper. Or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a YouTube, but you know, it was like a SoundCloud rap or somebody who was trying to come up like a year ago,
Yeah.
and he put
Yeah.
out this song.
I think it was called
And-
Big Stepper.
Yeah, something like that, and he like got it for like I put it on TikTok, and all these people were using it. In
Oh,
videos.
yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
And I'm like,
yeah.
And I was like, God,
this isn't good. Like, listen to good
Yeah.
music. Like,
They it's under the label
TikTok
of
music,
funk.
bro. It's
exactly,
TikTok music.
exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, yeah, that's what you did with Pat's flow. You made a
Yeah.
fucking YouTube TikTok sound bite.
Yeah.
Dog, I cannot with fucking TikTok music. I swear to
Yeah.
God, we talked about this so many times where it's like,
Yeah,
it's like you'll like
It's
one of your
coworker
coworkers
music.
or so. It is coworker.
it is the
music, where it's
essence
like,
of coworker
that's
music.
like that's where the or not the coin, but that's where it comes.
I feel like
Yeah.
most coworker music is TikTok music. 'Cause it's
yeah,
like,
100%.
I've known so many people that are like, oh, listen to this. We've talked about it with like very specific things where it's like, listen to this, and it straight up is just somebody ripping like 100 gex. Like when hyperpop was the thing,
Oh.
every fucking TikTok musician was making hyperpop, and it was just
It
dog
all
shit 100
sucked.
gex.
All of it
I'm
sucked.
like, dog, you're terrible. Like, don't do this. Like, you're, and they were all like 12-year-old kids,
Dude.
and all these like 25-year-old women were like, oh my God, listen to this song. I'm like, this is a 12-year-old trying to make 100 gex, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just got a MacBook for like Christmas or
They
whatever.
just
hop-
like turned up the
yeah.
distortion and like
Hop-
screamed
Just
into
put
the
their
mic.
fucking, pitched it all the way up. And
Yeah,
were just
yeah.
screaming into the mic.
hopped on
and-
the FL.
Dog,
They-
so
they-
bad. Yeah, exactly.
They just hit the pop punk flow, pitched it up, and turned up the distortion.
That's the big new one. The big new TikTok music is like shitty, like wannabe, like Midwest emo, like pop punk type of stuff.
I already
You
don't
see
like
all
that
these
stuff
fools-
very much.
There's this one dude that kind of popped off a while ago, making like I don't know what it's called, but like punk, like folk kind of music, and he was actually like pretty good.
That sounds interesting. Not gonna lie.
And then now all these dudes are like coming out making these like songs where they're just like standing there, just like banging on a guitar, screaming and pretending to cry. And I'm like, dog, just because one fool did it and it sounded good, and like
Yeah.
Midwest emo is a thing. I'm not super into Midwest emo, but like I get it. Like I
Yeah.
understand why people would like it.
Right.
But what the fuck are you doing, brother? You're talking about, and she never came back to me and all this stuff, just like banging on on a guitar. I'm like, dog, shut the fuck up. You're 30 years old making this music for TikTokers, dog.
30
That's the
year
really crazy thing.
30
The
year-
ages of some of
yeah.
these people. Sorry.
No, 30-year-old fucking hitting the little peep. It's nuts. What the fuck, dude? Nah,
That's what I'm
that's
saying,
not
brother.
valid, dude.
Come on, gang.
What's old head music? I don't know. Make some Larry June ass music, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
once
you don't
hit
want
30
these people to make Larry June music. Like, you don't
That's
want the
fair.
people that are
That's
making
fair.
this shit to make Larry June music.
That's fair. But
That
I
would
guess they
probably be
just
even worse.
they need to come up with something that's age appropriate.
original.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You know, like Larry June, his stuff is I think that's why it's so it connects so well. It's very like it's age appropriate with that
sense.
it's authentic.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's authentic. You're like it sounds like that's really who he is, and he really just talks about his life.
Yeah.
He's like driving cars up the coast,
Dude,
taking in the sights,
Yeah.
drinking green juice.
the best thing
You know,
is,
bad little bitches sipping mimosas.
The
Like
best-
it's wonderful.
what was that one lyric I always would say? Cream cheese with the bang.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Got a
this shit is-
mojito on line 2. I'm keeping it cool.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
hard as fuck.
What is that one song that he has that Action Bronson and Larry June have? That song's fucking
I don't know if I've heard
Oh.
that. That's insane for me to not have heard that.
dog. That song's crazy.
Damn. Okay, we gotta
Song's a whole
fucking
vibration.
hear that. I don't remember hearing that. That's nuts.
No,
Yeah.
but have you guys heard of speaking of like TikTok music and all that shit? Do you guys know like this fool named Benson Boone?
Oh my god, yes. I cannot stand
Yes.
him. Is he the one that he was like at Coachella and stuff,
He was
right?
like,
I think so. He's got that
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
song.
Okay,
Yeah.
this shit is pissing me off. I swear to God that like the stomp scream music is coming back, and that's just modern like fucking stomp scream millennial music. I swear to God,
Yeah.
bro. And he
can
tries
see
to act
that.
so cool, like wearing like these outfits that I'm like, dog, you don't. This isn't the '70s. Like you're not in fucking.
he's doing
It's
the
so bad, bro.
the
I hate it.
fucking who are the fools from
and it's so
Bohemian
fake,
Rhapsody?
bro.
Queen. He's
exactly.
doing the
Well,
Freddie.
yeah, he
the
brought out
Freddie
Brian
Mercury
May for his
shit.
thing, which people were like surprised that nobody knew who Brian May was. Which I'm like, Brian May's a fucking legend, like
Yeah.
of course. But you're at Coachella, brother. Like everybody there is like 18 years old and like
Yeah.
has never left their house because they live in mansions. Like, of course they're not gonna know who fucking Brian May is. But I just can't stand that fool. Everybody's like obsessed with him, and I'm like, there's no way he's a real person. Like
Dude.
everything I've seen of him just looks so fucking like
Yeah.
manufactured and like just fake
It's
as fuck.
so
I don't know,
gay.
The video of him hitting the backflip before the chorus on his song, that shit made me angry.
You can't be doing acrobatics up on stage making music like that,
Bro,
brother.
fucking it gave me like when you're hanging out with your nephew and he's like, watch this.
Yeah.
100%, dog.
Mom.
100%.
Look it.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
need to
not
take
it.
it a step further. Did you guys ever see the? It's like, I don't want to say he like spawned his underlings, but there's like it's like a genre, you know, of like millennial urban outfitter rock.
Oh,
That's
a good way to
I mean,
put it.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean by like like I feel like that's like the modern like stomp,
Yeah.
clap,
Hey.
yell, like hey shit. Yeah, it's like the modern version of that because it's all and they're all like Zoomer, like they're all our generation, but they look like the people that would be shopping in Urban Outfitters
Yeah,
like back
100%.
when all that shit was big.
And
The wide brim hats.
What brother, I swear to God,
Bracelets,
we're gonna see the fucking wide
beads.
brim hats come
Fuck,
back.
dude. That was the worst thing
Wide
ever.
brim hats, the Chelsea boots.
Oh, I was about to say
Dog.
one of my favorite memes was like it was like a dude wearing like you know like those coats what type of coat do you call like the ones we sold at work?
like the peacoats.
I think so, yeah, the ones that were supposed to be like the high end or whatever kind of. So it was like that with Chelsea boots and a wide brim hat and
Yes,
skinny
sir.
jeans, and it was like dudes put this on and think they know about fashion. I'm like, brother, I've seen so
Bro, that
many
shit
of them
is
dudes.
Definitely coming back. I don't know
Fuck.
if that exact style.
I
but,
mean,
like,
I-
these dudes have that
Yeah,
vibe.
that
Something like that
energy,
is coming. I can feel
for
it in my
sure.
bones. bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I was like his little underlings. I don't know if you've heard this other guy where he's like, and you'll be married
Oh
That's
my
okay. That's what I'm
God.
talking about with this
Yeah.
with the people that are like on TikTok
Yeah.
making shit.
I
Like
was
that.
trying not to bring that up,
That's-
but
that's-
here we are.
Brother, that's exactly the type of
Fuck.
shit that I'm talking about. Like that, and people who make music like that on TikTok are like, that is fucking TikTok music, dog. That is like the current TikTok music.
Dude, one of my
It's
favorite
Caucasian
comments
music.
I saw was like, because if you watch the video, he's not doing a whole lot. And it was like the guitar's just there for moral support.
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
Bring.
Like, they're just banging on the guitar every once in a while.
With a
just
kid on the
'cause.
way in 3.
Okay, that pissed me off. Why did he just say 3? I don't know why. Something about that just came off so pretentious. I don't know. Just like, I don't even need to finish the sentence.
Convincing yourself you're living America.
Why did he
I
say when I'll be
hate it.
dancing out in California? He like didn't finish saying California. That's another thing that just felt like there's this pretentious aura. I'll be dancing out in California.
California?
He doesn't even like finish it. I'm like, what the fuck?
That shit upsets me.
A kid in the way in 3. 3 what? Give me a metric.
3 gorillas. 3 bananas.
What the fuck? Sure.
Okay,
Nah. Wait, what was wrong about that?
that was.
I
what
just-
the fuck
that's
does
not
that
a
mean?
metric.
What
I
does
don't
that
get it.
mean?
I mean, that's what my teacher used to say. Like
About what?
about my
Where'd you
like,
go to
math
school,
homework.
bro?
Like if you didn't put the dollar sign, they're like, what is this? Like,
They told you 3 bananas.
what is this? Are
3
you
gorillas.
inferring 3 bananas, 3 apples? Yeah,
They were
no.
preparing you for the apocalypse, gang. They're teaching about
Bottle
rations.
caps, bro.
Yeah, but fucking that shit looks so soulless. That music, bro.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
What
do that.
what the labels are? Yeah, they're most definitely signing this. What the fuck? am I talking-
1000%.
What
Pissed
am I
me off how
talking
proud of himself he looked too.
I know.
Like he was saying some shit.
What the fuck was a crowd, bro? There was like a crowd. There was like 100 people just gathered around him. Like,
with
what the fuck?
lights and shit.
I'm like, were they just people you paid to do that? Because what the fuck? Where did
how
they
do you
come
not in there just dying of fucking laughter?
Yes, I know. There's like this one girl you can see in like I think the most popular angle. There's this one girl with her boyfriend that like literally the second he fucking she just like turns her head away from like all the cameras, like obviously dying.
It's like secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
watch that shit. You're just
Yeah.
like, you're watching a fucking
from? Nah,
plane
bro.
crash.
He's got a really good attitude about it though.
I haven't seen anything except for.
I just watched Anthony Fantano talk about it, and I guess they kind of like memed with each other back and forth because like Anthony Fantano was like obviously like this is fucking horrible, but you know let's not hate the guy. I hate the guy a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, the guy. I mean, I commend his good attitude. He has a very good attitude about all the shit that he's getting.
Okay.
I think there's like a video of him, like apparently this is like a thing he's been doing where he goes out in public, turns on a camera and just plays stuff for people and he'll take recommendations. And somebody requested Sad from XXX and he's like, I don't really know who that is, but I'll try it. And he tried it and it sounded basically like the other song, but just with the sad lyrics.
How does that song go again?
Who am I? Someone that's afraid
Yeah,
to
yeah.
let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
The crossover is crazy. What
Right.
the fuck?
Right?
He's stamped in the X Lord.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, I think, when you just sit on the street in Vegas
Yeah, true.
telling people I'll play anything. I'll do anything for a buck.
Mm-hmm.
That's real Vegas activity.
Yes, sir.
Nah, bro, that soulless album they dropped, bro, with like the million features.
Oh, my God.
Like Miley Cyrus and fucking.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's actually a good thing to bring up. That is like something that really needs to be stopped. I think that's one of the
Yes,
nastiest
bro.
fucking things that labels do is the posthumous albums
Yeah.
completely just pimping out
I
a
was-
dead person.
Yeah, I think it's fucked up, especially when they do it like that or with Pop Smoke, where it's like
That's
they,
the
like,
one-
finish songs, and I'm like, dog, that's crazy. Like
You
don't
can
do
hear
that.
this just not engineered, just unmastered as fuck.
Yeah.
I think with Lil Peep, his mom like owns his estate, and they only put out songs that like
We're like
were
finished.
already like he
Mhm.
put out or whatever, or like they got pulled because of like copyright issues and
Yeah.
everything, and they make albums and like put them out or just release singles
Yeah.
of songs that he fucking made, or like the Harry Fraud album. He had a whole album with, or an EP with Harry Fraud,
Okay.
and it just never got released. So then
Yeah,
she like
so-
went with Harry Fraud and like released the album.
Mm-hmm.
But when they like fully like basically they'll just have like a hook from the fucking artist, and then
Yep.
they like get a bunch of other
Artists
famous
to
people to like
just
come on
pick
here.
up the
Whoever's
pieces,
just hot
yeah.
right now.
And I'm like, dog, that's fucking crazy. To like add a feature to a song to a dead person's, like
that
that's
shit is
insane.
so insane. I know. And then the thing is
Actually,
like,
no, they did that with Peep.
I
Remember,
thought so.
X did that with Peep.
I thought
X
so.
took a fucking Peep song that was him,
Mm-hmm.
him and McConaughey's song, and X like added his
Oh.
own fucking
His own verse.
his own verse to it.
That
And I'm
shit
like,
is
that's
weird.
fucked up because they didn't even know each other, bro. X was
Yeah.
just hopping on the hype of this dude dying.
Yeah, that's
Like,
just
that's
weird.
crazy.
What the fuck? Don't say that about X, bro. The X fans are
I know the X fans are crazy.
Are
bro.
rapid.
I mean, it is
bro.
true.
I'm
Like,
an
it's-
X fan.
It's
I don't
true.
give a
so
shit.
am I, but it is true. Like,
So I'll
it's
say what it
fucking
is.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fucking. Nah, man, there needs to be some sort of checks and balances, and
There really
fucking-
does.
I mean,
And
with
then
the,
the
with the
label
music
broke us all.
industry, like, good luck. I don't know where to fucking
really
start.
I feel like actually I don't know if it'll make a difference. I was gonna say I feel like more artists should have like the shit where that Peep has, where like his mom like fought to get all of the rights to all of
Yeah.
his shit,
Yeah.
and now it's like the merch that they sell and everything, like it's all shit that he was like a part of. Like they
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
do new shit,
Yeah,
and I feel like I was gonna say other artists should do that, but I at the same time feel like most other artists' families probably don't really give a fuck like that, and they would just
Right.
do whatever they can to make
Dude,
money.
X's mom pimping
X's
him
mom
out
is so
after he
fucking
died.
nuts. Yeah,
Dude, what was that? They put the car he was shot in on
Dog.
display.
what
Dog.
the fuck?
His mother agreed to
Yeah.
this.
To put in the car that shot up? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to put in the i8 that he drove
Yeah.
that he was shot in, like to putting it on display in the little like X museum thing. I'm like, bro, what mother who loves her son would fucking agree to that?
dog.
that is fucking nuts.
I mean,
But
you
X-
see that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's actually better to have families, because you see
Right.
families do like fucking crazy shit to like their dead, like famous relatives.
Yeah,
I don't know,
That shit
man.
is fucking. That is like you said, it's like a business of in itself. Just
Mhm.
like all that fucking.
I mean, that's like those fools that spent like, I don't remember how much it sold for, but like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something on like the car that Tupac got shot in.
Yeah, that's insane too.
I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like whatever company owned the car that they rented or whatever ended up selling it in like a private auction or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
I would have
but
wanted that, bro.
The fact that Drake also bought Pac's ring,
That is fucking weirdo behavior.
weird
bro.
shit, dude. He
Yeah.
a fan, like
He a
weird
fan.
shit,
He a fan. He a fan.
weird shit.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. And the crazy part, or the even, just wait, because labels own essentially your likeness and everything of artists. Just wait
Yeah.
till that AI starts fucking just coming out
I
clean.
know.
We're gonna start hearing
Dog,
manufactured
speaking of that
X
shit,
fucking.
Have you seen that video AI thing that all these nerds on Twitter are like popping off about?
the VO3?
Yeah. That shit's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Crazy,
That
bro.
shit's no good.
Crazy. Yeah, it literally is like, holy shit. Well, say goodbye to jobs and entertainment. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what people were posting. Like, they're like, I literally worked making like 30-second commercials and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it would cost us like $500,000 or whatever to set up like a 30-second commercial for
Yeah.
TV. And the dude was like, I made this in 2 hours using VO3 for $500. And it was like,
brother.
like almost looked like it was like for a 30-second commercial, it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
So it's like, this fool could just throw that out there and it would be the same as him spending $500,000 to make a
shit was
commercial.
crazy.
It's
bro.
so fucked.
I want to run back what you said though, Fern, real
Uh-huh.
quick, just because I never even thought about the implications of something that seemed so cool when it happened. I think we were in junior high when they had the Tupac hologram at Coachella,
Yeah.
and it was like a special thing, you know, because it was like, oh shit, for those of us who loved him or never got to see him because we were too young, for us to have like our own kind of moment with Pac. But I'm like, fuck, now with the AI shit, I never even thought about that. Like, yeah, you can just revive dead people and
Mhm.
keep them, you
Yeah.
know, like a puppet on a string
I mean,
forever.
Yeah, that's like one of the big conversations a lot of
that's
people were
fucking
having
disgusting.
about like AI music and stuff, is where it's like now it sounds like dog shit. You can usually tell when AI
Yeah.
music's
Yeah,
AI
most
music.
definitely.
Yeah.
But
Drive my Ford
Yeah,
F-150,
exactly.
drinking whiskey
all of
beer.
it is like country for some reason.
yeah, I
But
don't know why.
like gay country too. Have you?
Fern, you be knowing about gay remixes to everything.
Bro, have you not heard these
No.
gay AI country songs?
I've heard like the very Christian country songs. I've never heard the gay.
I only
AI
heard the
country.
one that
I'm put
I've
you
heard the
on.
ones about alcoholism. Where
Yeah.
it talks about like wrecking my car.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
My
No.
Ford F-150. I don't know about that.
But I don't know. I feel like once it gets to a point where it's like really good,
Fuck.
they're 100% gonna do that.
Fuck.
They're gonna be like,
1000%.
oh, here's a Pop Smoke fucking feature on this new Drake album.
Brother,
Nah, bro.
I will shoot somebody. I love Pop Smoke
I
so
think it's
much.
gonna
And what
happen.
they
I
did
mean-
with that last album made me so fucking mad.
I really do think that
And shit like that.
like full movies are just gonna be all AI
Yeah,
like,
dude.
in a couple years.
Yeah,
because that
100%.
VO3 thing is like
Nah, we're gonna.
scarily
Yeah.
like close. Like if they have a couple more years to do
Yeah.
that, I really do think that they're gonna be making like full like feature length like live action movies
Nah.
all using AI.
Nah, fuck
We're
that.
gonna
No,
have
we
a-
got to boycott. we got to boycott.
I mean,
hard.
I think companies are like betting on it, to be honest. Like I think
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like they know people are gonna be pissed at it, but also
Oh, yeah.
they know that it costs them like literally 1/100th of what it costs, and they know enough people are gonna do it to where they can recover the cost for it.
And they also know that it doesn't, like, there really is no consent in our society. All there is just they do what they want. They just know not to do it all at once.
Yeah.
So it's like what do you call it? Was it Noam Chomsky that talks about manufactured
Manufacturing
consent?
consent, yeah.
Yes. So it's like they're going to drop a little piece. We're already being raped slowly by AI because the fact that they drop this thing and then this thing and this thing, and it becomes more and more normal. So it doesn't matter if everybody hates it. If it continuously, they move it along slowly and it makes your life a little better, a little easier. You get to be a little lazier. At a certain point, you're just going to be like, oh, well, this is just how things are now. But it's like, we should have fought it earlier on.
What, bro? No, I was just thinking about
Looking at you, Fern.
the AI Pop Smoke and Biggie Smalls song that they're gonna come out in the future
brother.
with the AI beats.
What was that? What was that song?
Yo, 5E, do the right thing. Don't condone the shit. Bang on them people.
True.
That's all I know. If I see his people switch up, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucking nuts. Yeah, no, the people were saying that they're like, yeah, when we're 80, we're definitely getting scammed.
Talk not even 8. I straight up do feel like within the next
Damn,
like,
that's crazy.
3 or 4 years we're gonna be seeing like full like
Yeah,
because they have like ads on like YouTube and shit that for sure are using like AI. Like half of the shit is AI.
porn
you know.
ads are about to be crazy, bro.
What the fuck?
They're already okay.
They're
I actually
already
want to
pretty
go.
nuts,
They're
dude.
already fucking insane. Where the shit you see is like, who is this for? Is always what. Well, everyone I talk to, they say the same thing. But I'm like, obviously, it's for some of us here. Who the fuck is it? Who's not telling the
Wait,
truth?
about what?
Like, you know, the
talking
ones
about?
where it's like a sexy alien bitch that has like blue skin, but then also has like a giant cock, fucking like another alien bitch with a giant cock. And then it's also rendered so that they're both really shiny and wet and oily. and then yeah, it's just like, and then it's like, oh yeah, with the AI voice. And I'm like, who the fuck is this for? And everyone that I talk to about it is like, yeah, who is that for? But I'm like, well, it's for somebody. I don't know who's not telling the truth here.
It's for some of us, that's for sure.
Actually, never mind. I shouldn't say this.
Okay.
I can't say this.
All right,
Because I
bro.
think the person that I was going to say the story about has probably seen the podcast.
I'm not gonna, bro.
I'm not
That'd
gonna
be
say
fire,
it,
bro.
but-
Nah, dude, but fucking.
No, but yeah, but with AI, oh my god,
I'm telling you,
that's
bro.
terrifying.
The ads are about to get insane, dude.
But you know what the fuck? What were we talking about before? I don't know if I want to go too deep onto this because I can. Oh, I can. But what were we talking about? We were talking about just like treating the dead disrespectfully.
Yes,
right.
bro. Yes.
It's hard to come back from where we went.
Oh, yeah. Most of the fucking the label.
I have a conspiracy theory. Let's just fuck it. We're going off on a different.
Let's go.
It's
I'll-
related
I'll
to
do
the
it.
it's related to the porn ads you were talking about. I have
Okay.
a conspiracy theory.
Here, I'm gonna just do a little.
Oh, yeah.
But
You
go
guys
ahead.
know I don't even think this one's a conspiracy theory, to be honest, but it'll lead into it. You know, like the dead internet theory thing, where like
yes,
the
I was
majority-
just put onto that.
Okay,
recently.
so I think that's like 100% true because there's been like things where like the majority of Twitter accounts and shit are all bots. Like there's like it's like 60% or something like that of all Twitter accounts are bots.
Wait, holy shit! Wait, so real quick, I saw a lot of discourse on Reddit under the dead internet theory subreddit.
Yeah.
So you think it's like totally true? People were like kind of in the middle somewhere. There were like a lot of different
I
takes.
feel like it has to be true because the amount of like.
But like to what degree? I guess
I just feel like there's
Well, I
8
mean, you
billion
even-
people.
you-
You know.
Well, but the amount of like internet farms and shit that you see like videos of, like you'll see videos.
I've never seen that.
Have you not, dog?
No.
You'll see videos of full like warehouses full with people, and like there'll be like 100 people, and each of them have like 100 fucking phones or tablets or something that they're just like.
Ooh.
That's what I mean by botting. Not necessarily that they're all like coded bots,
Yeah.
which those exist too, of course. Like there's like Twitter accounts and stuff that are all like coded bots that are meant to like if you at them or whatever, they'll reply to you and stuff.
Bro, Jerkmate
But-
is full of ghost accounts.
So, okay,
There's only
this-
one real
This
guy.
ties into it 100%. This ties into it. I feel like on porn websites and shit, I think that's the most active real people are on the internet. Like I think that has the highest percentage of like real accounts out of any fucking website.
On porn accounts,
The comments and shit are so insane on anything that
they're
has
too authentic.
dog, anything that has even a woman in a bikini on it. The comments are the craziest shit in the world. That has to be real.
Yeah, no,
That shit, I believe 100% that has like probably the highest percentage of real human accounts out of
Damn.
any.
They're-
Can
they're-
identify man through our depravity.
they're definitely passionate in the comments, bro. Because, bro, just imagine like the man who's commenting on like on a porno.
That's
bro,
exactly what I'm saying.
They're
dog.
all whoring the fuck. One hand on the cock, one hand on the phone, just stroking and typing away just on this.
Who makes an account?
That's the crazy
That in
shit.
itself, too.
That's why I feel like it has to be real people. Because who the fuck is gonna make a bot account for a porn website? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, you don't need to really boost views on porn. People
People are out there.
we watch it. We're watching.
But
I feel like people who are making the accounts, like, you got to take it that step forward. You know, it's
you have to be into it. Like there's like
100%.
to make an account on a porn website, you have to be like invested in it to a point.
Yeah.
Like
Probably dump some money in it.
that's yeah, probably.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, dude. Have you read? I've read some of the comments.
I love it. I mean I'll go
I read
on,
some
like,
of the comments. I like the troll ones though. The ones where they're like making fun of the video.
Yeah.
Are
I mean
actually
I'll
pretty
go
funny.
on. There's like I'll see like Twitter posts and stuff that are like just a bunch, like a whole gallery of like fucking comments and shit on porn websites. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Dude, there's a
I love the ones where it's
big
like
giant ass.
That's my favorite. Is the dudes. That
I'm
are
so jealous.
That's my favorite. Like I love the ones where they're like fucking with the people that are making the porn or like they're making jokes about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those are funny where they're like
that's
they're
what
like,
I
all
mean.
right, this shit's cool, but like what about X, Y, and Z from this video? Like just stupid shit.
Yeah.
But
Actress
I
question
love-
mark.
That's great. I love that's oh god, bro. That could bring me down a whole nother rabbit hole of like Twitter porn guys that's crazy. But on porn videos, I love the comments that are just like so serious, bro. They're like dissecting the video and like analyzing everything.
I feel that I don't think I've seen anything too in depth, but I like the ones that are kind of just like the ones you see on Instagram, judging like the girls like bodies. Like I love to see like these old dudes that are like she was hotter 3 years ago.
Oh,
she really let herself go.
That's crazy.
I'm like, why did you? Who is that for? He probably nutted to it anyway.
100%. There's no way you're posting a comment and you didn't bust.
Nah,
before you
that was
posted the
that was
comment.
posting.
That, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, true enough. Like yeah, you can't really.
He was being his true
This fool
self
was
right
beating
there.
his shit so hard, sweating, and then he right after he busts, he's like, "Fuck, she was hot at 3. I should have just jerked it to that video from 3 years ago."
I swear she was better 3 years ago.
I would know.
He's trying to rationalize why he nutted to that video to himself. Dog, that's crazy.
Nah, bro. Speaking of that, trying to find that one video, that golden ass video.
Oh,
bro.
your long lost video.
Your long lost media that you're just like, fuck, bro. This the one.
I don't have that problem.
You don't?
No, because I search porn. I go by porn star. So
Oh,
any video I think of, I'm like, I
okay.
just search up the girl that I know was in it, and then yeah. So it's not really like difficult. Whereas if you just go random,
Yeah.
yeah,
probably
you're gonna lose it.
It's probably more efficient that way.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think
Nah,
that's kind of why I've done it in my brain. It's like a weird. I
Uh.
organize my porn. I'm a very organized gooner.
I'm kind of just like blindfold in a cave type fool.
I find most guys seem to be like that. Yeah. Just like,
yeah.
woman.
Or you just kind of just, you stroll into a bar, or like you're just strolling into a market and with no idea what you're getting. It's kind of the same way, but
Okay.
fuck, I feel like we're already
I'm more
talking
like the
about
guy
this,
that like does research on the bar before I go to it. Like how many stars does it have?
Yeah.
Can I see pictures of the menu before I go in? I'm
Yeah.
a very conscientious gooner.
Nah, bro. This is cooked,
Fern's
bro.
just an animal.
Yeah, I'm fucking dirty gooner, dude.
He's just like, give me what you got.
I'll take it. Fuck it. Nah, bro, that's crazy.
Damn, and then you long for that trash that you were served, that you lost, and you're like, fuck, that was actually the best bust I ever had.
Nah, bro. Sometimes you just gotta hit that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head about that one video.
Canadian,
I
bro.
don't know if I can. There's one video that everyone can get behind. I swear, they post it everywhere on TikTok. It's either the bitch from in the Popeyes video. She's in a Popeye.
I've seen
I
that.
don't know what this is.
I've only seen the meme, you haven't, where they
don't think
literally,
so.
it looks like they rented out some old like fast food place that was abandoned, and they shot like a porno in it, and they're dressed up in like
In Popeyes
Popeye's
costumes.
outfits. Yeah.
She's like in a drive-thru.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I never saw that
I have
meme.
never
I swear I
seen
saw
that.
that when I was in like junior high. Like that's
Really?
really
I don't
old.
think I've
yeah.
actually seen the video, but
I haven't
Yeah,
either.
but it's
I've
just
I've
like
seen the
never
meme.
heard of that.
yes, but
What
it's been
the
ingrained
fuck?
in my head. It was like
Yeah.
it's like a hood porno.
Dog.
and another one is this thick ass maid. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Go
That's
ahead.
it. That's it. Just a thick
It's
ass maid.
thick ass maid. Fuck. I forget. I don't know. It was a thick ass maid though. Those videos are not the ones that stick out to me. Just
I don't know. I don't know about that, bro.
You seen the Lisa Ann one? The lifeguard
Lisa
in the
Ann.
bathtub?
yes.
This dude
yes.
is like taking a bath, and then she comes into the bathroom in her lifeguard outfit, and she's like, you might need, like, be careful, you might drown. And he's
think
like,
I've seen-
I'm
I
in a
think I've seen that.
bathtub.
Yeah,
And then she like fucks him.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's like very old.
Yeah.
Huh,
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but
It's almost vintage.
vintage.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
vintage pornography.
Vintage porn.
That's a thing, dude. I feel like that's like our like parents and grandparents generation, where you just have like stacks of Playboys. Like vintage porn is
Dog,
like a thing.
imagine being a gooner in like the 70s, bro, where you have to go into a physical like shop and rent a VHS tape and shit.
You gotta look the guy in his eyes as you buy it.
Imagine being the fool that works at the porno
No.
shop, dog.
No.
And you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that one 3 times. These fools rented out porn movies, dog.
that is really
Fire.
fucking insane.
Fire.
I didn't even think
Walking
about it
down,
like that. Like,
walking 2 miles to the nearest porn shop.
how
bro,
many
to rent
homes has
out.
it been inside of?
How many fools have? That's what I'm saying. How many nuts have been busted to that tape you're watching, dog?
Bruh.
at least one.
Dog, that's
For
so
sure.
crazy.
Nah,
That's
bro.
insane.
Fucking. Not only that, like
You have to like, it's like an intimate experience because you're like sharing your like weird kink you
Yeah,
never told
it's
anyone
exactly
about,
what
but
I
the
was
only
gonna
guy
say.
who knows about it is that dude on the other side of the
The
counter.
only thing that's like a whole thing is whoever is
Yeah.
working there, that's fucking insane. Like, what is their whole outlook on life? What is their mentality?
I wonder
But-
what the mortality rate is
Mm,
for
that
guys
is
that
true.
work at
That
porn
is true.
shops.
Bro, especially in like, dog, like back in the day, porn was kind of fucked up. Like
There weren't any
like so
rules.
many, there was no rules. Also, there's like so many stories of like they didn't fucking ID many people when they were making porn.
Yup.
So there's a lot of stuff that's not okay.
Oh yeah,
that
there's
was
a lot
out
of like
there.
15, 16-year-old
Yeah,
girls.
that's fucked up. I don't know why I fucking brought that up. That's fucked up. I don't want to think about that. But I was trying to make a joke.
Make it funny.
Okay. Imagine like the first time you buy condoms, you're so like nervous and shit. At least I was walking into a fucking gas station buying condoms and stuff the very first time when you're like a teenager or whatever.
I haven't had that yet.
Oh shit. Damn, brother. Okay, king. What the hell? But
One day, I imagine I'll be nervous.
that times like however much walking into a store, walking out with a physical tape of people fucking on it is insane. Like, what the fuck?
Nah,
That really is. And imagine
Just
it's
walking
some,
into the store, browsing the fucking collection.
the
is
gooning
crazy.
was treacherous.
imagine
bro.
it's like some real kink ass shit too.
Oh
dude.
my god!
Nah,
You're
bro.
renting
Like
Daddy's Little Girl
that's
volume
that's
14.
even worse. Okay,
The craziest.
I was gonna say like asshole stretchers 19 or something like that. Like
The
some weird
crazy-
shit,
Oh, that's
but-
normal.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
vanilla these
True.
days.
true. Yeah, true.
The craziest situation I'm thinking is, what if you see like your neighbor there?
You know damn well that happened.
100%.
You imagine seeing the homie there? You're like, oh,
Dog, the crazy
Oh, what you get?
shit.
You try to like avoid eye contact, like he won't recognize
Oh
me.
my god.
heart must drop, bro. Stomach in your balls,
Bro,
dude.
and then you got to be like, you can't tell your wife because your wife will talk to my wife.
Yeah,
so we gotta just pretend like we didn't see each other here, brother.
Bro, there's one time I went to a pawn shop, and I swear to God, every pawn shop right next to it is a porn shop. Every time.
Yeah.
I went to this pawn shop. Some of these dudes that I saw, it was a poppin' porn shop. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if they had an event going on or something, but there was mad fools walking into this porn shop.
What year was this?
This was like last year.
Booming.
Physical
It was
porn?
It was like
or just sex
I'm assuming
shop,
it was
or
like a sex shop. Like,
Okay.
they sold like sex toys and shit.
Amazon.
That's
What are you
okay,
doing?
1000%. Press that discreet packaging or whatever the fuck. Come on, brother.
No, they're going for the community, bro.
Come
It's
on,
the social
The
aspect.
goon
Bro,
community.
you gotta
is
support the
nuts.
local stores, bro. Your local sex shop, the LSS, bro.
Bro, support
local
black,
business.
support black-owned businesses. That's why I'm here.
Keep the porn shop alive, bro.
The craziest shit is like, I'm assuming this still happens, but back in the day, how they would have like, you could rent a video and go into a booth and watch it and fucking jerk off.
Yeah,
in a
I
Oh
have
my
heard
God,
about shit
yeah.
like that.
I remember when Tom Segura was still
Dog.
good, he had a really good bit about that where like he was buying, because I think he said he was like in college and he had like an older face, and so he'd go and buy everyone's porn in his dorm and he would take recommendations. And so, but then he was like, I think the whole joke was like, it was like an unmarked building, blacked out windows, you know, the whole thing. And then the guy on the other side of the counter was like, you know, you can go get your dick sucked in the booth over there. And then Tom asked, is it a guy or a girl? And he goes, there's only one car in that parking lot.
What the fuck, dude? Nah, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But but there's still like, for that, like with the video, there's a cleanup guy.
Oh my god, I know.
What is that about? Like, you have to be like a convicted like pedophile or something for that to be your only option. Because like you could be a janitor anywhere else,
Yeah.
and you chose. There's
But
no
maybe
way
that employee discount is too good to pass up.
it could be, bruh. Wiping up nut for that fucking.
Nah, but wiping up fucking being a janitor at a porn speakeasy? Is it insane, bro?
Do you think that's a thing? Speaking of speakeasies, because you know how that's coming back because it's like a fun little secretive thing.
Yeah.
Do you think they're like porn shops that like are popping up for like the secretive experience?
There has to be, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
especially with the shit you just said, like motherfuckers really turning out for the community. I'm like, how many of these backdoor spots exist just for like the excitement of like going to get it? Like looking it up on the computer is not exciting anymore. It's too easy.
that's what I'm
Oh
saying,
my god,
like,
that probably is.
Right?
That
That's
might
like
be
partially
part
a
of
kink.
what it is.
the
you
thrill
know?
of the goon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Nah, bro. Physical porn is nuts, bro. Like,
Yeah.
who has a DVD player?
I was about to
anymore?
say, who even
What
has the
fuck?
equipment?
Fools
Wait,
are-
that's why it's next to the pawn shop.
Oh,
You get the
fuck, you buy
VHS
the
tape,
VHS
the
tape, and then you-
VHS player, and then you go get the fucking tape next door.
I was thinking you're popping that in the PS5 gang.
Bro, boot
Brick
up your
your shit.
PS5 and put some porn discs in there. That's insane, dog.
Like, no PS5 would ever think to. No PS5 would ever think they would ever put some media like that
Bro,
in their
that's
shit,
the
bro.
funniest shit. You ever see where they have like statistics, like Pornhub or whatever will put out like statistics of where people watch porn
Oh,
from?
and
and they
around
have
the
like
country.
video game consoles and
Yeah.
like by percentage of how many
PlayStation's
people watch
the
on
worst.
like PlayStation or Xbox or
Mhm.
Nintendo 3DS and shit. It's so
What the
fucking
fuck?
funny, bro.
Yeah, I saw one couple
Goon
years
in the-
ago, and PlayStation was like the highest
Uh-huh.
Of course.
amount
bro.
of people who
Of
watch
course.
porn on their console.
That is
PlayStation Gooners, bro.
bro. Nah,
I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, I thought that would be an Xbox thing.
Also, I can't imagine watching porn on your fucking video game console.
No, I've done it.
Oh, really?
PS4, yeah, hell yeah.
Damn. I don't think I've ever even opened a browser on a video game
Yeah.
console in my life.
I've done it like one time.
That's the only reason you do it, and it's just because I wanted to see that ass on the big screen.
I wanted to do
But now you can AirPlay it. To your
1 to
TV,
3
bro.
movies.
Yeah, so you don't need. Yeah, exactly. With the new smart TVs, and then with me, I'm on the VR thing, so I just
Oh,
pop
VR,
my
you could be in
goggles
the whole
on.
stadium, bro, and watch it in the
You know what
stadium.
I'm saying? It looks like a stadium. Nobody can fucking hear it. It's discreet. You just pop the goggles off. You don't have to worry about like when you're gonna go throw like the rag in the laundry of anyone like walking in your room and seeing the screen. It's a good way to do it.
Nah, bro. What the fuck? Yeah. It is a strange world we live in.
Don't act like I'm strange for that.
No,
dude.
no.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's normal, bro. I'm not shaming you, bro. I'm just saying, like,
Gooners unite.
fucking
All right.
Gooning has gone out of hand, bro.
Bro,
That is
says
true,
Number
though.
one Gooner firm.
That is
I'm
true.
not a gooner.
It's too
Yeah.
easy. It's just too easy. Like now I'm thinking that like the backdoor porn shop thing is like maybe the way to go. Like
Maybe that's a new
you know,
meta.
it's just like with alcohol. Like I'm like it's better if you have to like go out and get it. Whereas the DoorDash shit, like I do that shit all the time. I order it to my house and I'm like, this is not good. Especially because most of the time when I order, I'm already fucked up. And it says on there that like, oh, your dasher will like not give you the alcohol if you look fucked up, bro. Yeah, it says that, but I come down fucking. Well, I also
Inebriated as fuck.
I handle myself very well, but yeah, I come down drunk as shit. They don't look in my eyes, nothing. They just like hand me the ID, have a good night, and next thing you know, I'm like 440s deep. So that's kind of what porn is. I'm like, it's like. I don't know. I feel like there's like people that go out to bars. It's like the same thing. Like I've always wondered. I'm like, my alcoholic brain. I'm like, why would you go to a bar and spend $8 on a drink when you can get the pack for like $12 and drink yourself to death if you want to?
Yeah.
Like, but it's the experience. It like almost makes like the drinking more special that you have to like go out of your way. And then there's the social aspect. It's like. I didn't really get it until recently. I was just like thinking about it because I was like, why do so many people judge me for drinking at home all the time? And then they go out to bars and I'm like,
It's just
I sort of get it now.
the socially acceptable thing, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I think there is that like kind of special aspect to it. It's like
Yeah.
you're going to a party, you're going to like, it almost feels like a miniature event, you know?
Yeah, fucking no. I was bringing it back to your ID point. Like,
Yeah.
I heard Are they gonna do that thing where they ID you for porn? Yeah. On like,
I haven't heard of that.
you haven't heard of that?
No,
Like,
it's a good idea.
They were really gonna. They were putting, or I guess
We shouldn't have been watching that shit at the age we
the
were.
government was like putting pressure on like Pornhub and shit to like. I think I want to say it's Texas where you have to like
That would make sense.
show your fucking ID for porn.
Yeah.
That's fucking humiliating, bro.
I'm not gonna lie though. I feel like that's good because like I
gotta-
don't know, being exposed to porn so young. I'm like,
At a
It's-
young age,
I don't-
is crazy.
I don't know if it would have made a difference honestly at what age because I feel like once you see it and it's so easy,
Yeah.
it's one of them things where like then it just becomes ingrained in your brain because it's like a very instant gratification, you know.
Yeah.
Same thing with alcohol. Same thing with smoking. You know, masturbation is it's a you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instant gratification. So I don't know how much of a difference it would have made, but I don't know. I can't help but feel like it shouldn't be so easy. The thing that's really fucked up is these porn sites and porn stars and people, they know that like a good portion of their audience is like,
Yeah, like
way underage.
15-year-old, 16-year-old kids.
I
yeah.
mean, at best.
Like
I mean,
12-year-old,
at
13-year-old,
worst,
yeah. between
between like 10 to like, 17. Like as early as probably like 10.
Yeah. Just,
Like that.
yeah.
That just can't be allowed. Like, I mean, you can fine if you get addicted to porn later in life when you're an adult, by
That's
all
fine,
means.
but as a kid,
But
nah.
as a kid, no. And they know, and that's like I think probably why these companies want to fight that shit because they're like we're missing a lot of like viewership and potential revenue because we know kids watch this
that
shit.
is a fat fucking market. You can't just look at what Fortnite is doing, bro. Just raking in all that
Exactly.
fucking cash,
Like
gang.
these. Huh?
Fortnite fucked me the other day, bro.
Oh
You
yeah,
didn't
true.
get the Darth Vader squeam.
Okay, I gotta
I
piss
never
now.
got that.
But anyways, what
What were you guys
That-
talking
they
about? 'Cause
fucked
I don't
you?
want to. I don't want to.
We were talking
derail
about
everything
porn is
with Fortnite.
horrible, but for kids,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
nah. But
I agree. Porn is horrible. Oh, would I?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hear the point because I don't like porn.
no,
I know.
I agree with your point. Porn is horrible.
It's one of them things where like we know it, but we're deep into it type shit. You know, it's too regular, and it's not something I feel like is worth fighting. Where
It's
I'm
like
at,
in the
it's a lot
sport-
of things you could fight right now, and I'm like, it's not really one of them for me.
It's like we're in the Titanic.
Makes me
We're
feel
going the
good.
Fuck down.
But I was just saying like, cause Fern brought up that you might have to be ID'd for
They do that in
porn.
some states, I think.
Texas, I think it was.
Yeah.
So, and I was talking about, how that's honestly a good thing. I'm like, we shouldn't have been able to watch porn so
Dog,
young.
I think so too.
And I was like, I don't know that there's a huge difference on, what age you get addicted to porn. But I was also like, these companies know that their youngest viewers are probably like 10 years old. Fern said 15, 16. I'm like, at best. I mean, when you're young, I'm like 11, 12 years old. Some kids,
I feel like now, especially, probably like
like 10.
10 to 12
And so,
years old.
exactly. So, I mean, first time I ever saw porn, I think I was like 11 or 12. And so I'm like, and my brain definitely couldn't process it. Because I didn't know anything about sex. So seeing it like that was like jarring as fuck. But anyways, I'm just like, I'm like, these companies probably fight against that shit because they know a lot of their viewership is from children.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
It's kind of similar to that whole thing where Pornhub had that whole like lawsuit a few years ago, and they had to delete like 50% of the videos
Of their
on there
videos
because
because
most of it was like not
minors
consensual
and
or
shit.
minors.
Yeah.
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
bro, they were-
50%?
that's some
It
crazy
was like more than half
fucking
of the
number,
videos
dude.
on Pornhub got taken down
Yeah.
What?
because it was either not consensual, like an ex like put it up or whatever. All the amateur stuff, pretty much all of it got taken down because
Yeah.
almost none of it was consensual.
No shit.
And then a bunch of it was girls that never got ID'd and they were underage.
Yeah.
And that was on
I
like, the
remember that was
biggest
a
porn
big-
site in the
yeah.
world. And that was only a few years ago, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, of course they're fucking fighting this shit to try and make it so you can't ID somebody to get on a porn site.
You fucking kidding me? That's like
And then it's like,
a $1 billion gone
if
right
like
there.
a 12-year-old is getting like addicted to porn at that age, that is for sure twisting their mind. Like,
Not only they're a future customer. Are you fucking kidding me?
well, no. I'm saying that's why they're
From
defending them. But
Yeah.
to like
but they're a future
forever.
customer because it's fucking twisting their mind, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can argue that porn doesn't fuck your mind up.
100%.
Like, 100% it does.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Hundo
they
P.
definitely should. Bro, if you gotta get ID to buy cigarettes or alcohol, you gotta get ID to watch porn.
Right.
I was telling Chance
It's
like
at least just as
Yeah.
damaging.
Yeah.
Like
At
as a
least-
whole.
yeah.
I was
agree,
telling
at
Chance,
least.
I was like, that's fucking humiliating.
What, getting ID
Just
to
get
watch-
her
Yeah.
putting the ID on the port.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of the point,
It's
right?
what- yeah, it's
that's
one-
the whole point.
it's one of them
to look
things,
up big
like-
Buddha Latino bills. Fuck.
I mean, if to go to a strip club or a legal
Yeah.
whorehouse, you gotta.
Yeah.
and
so
imagine
ID,
it's
yeah,
every
ID.
time.
Look,
Fuck
I
it.
honestly think it should every time because
Fuck it.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
What, you save it to your browser and anybody can hop on your computer, bro? Like that's
Yeah, that's a good point too.
And that's what back to the point where people are gonna start making more accounts and they're gonna be more comments.
yeah. Well, then that'll be a fully active community on there.
I've,
no,
I've
I
I
learned.
do, though. We should have.
I've
IDs
learned
on it.
over a few conversations about this. I need to start using my imagination more,
Oh yeah,
or just fuck real women.
it's pretty cool.
Honestly. I be using.
I know, Jolie, Mister. I have a girl. Ooh, I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend.
The imagination be fire, bruh.
It is when you're able to visualize real when it hits, it's better than anything.
I be fantasizing about Sofia Vergara.
Bro, Sofia Vergara. I don't know
Oh
why
my
she's like
God.
controversial to say. I didn't. Apparently, I found
Is
out.
she?
I found out people have been like weird about saying she's attractive. I'm like she's
What?
like
She's
never heard
bomb
that.
fucking diggity.
she's like the MILF, brother. She's
She's
like the MILF.
crazy bad.
She is so fine. Yeah, because I saw these like memes that were going around where it was like when like girls say "hear me out" and it was like a picture of Nosferatu versus when guys say "hear me out" and it was like Sofia Vergara and I'm like I've never felt like I needed to be like "hear me out." I'm like she's fucking bad.
She's bad as
Yeah.
hell. What the?
Okay, so
It's-
I really got to piss.
Yeah, especially at her age, bro. She's aging like fine wine, bro. Woo! Those big old fucking cans on her too.
Jesus Christ, brother.
Ah,
Dog.
all up in that. The helly. That's crazy to say. What do you say?
Those for out too.
No,
Or
what
hear
was-
me out. What are you
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
hear me out on Sophia.
Yeah,
The fuck? Nah,
Come
bro.
on, brother.
No, just yeah. The fuck? That's almost disrespectful, bro.
It is kind of fucked up. That is very fucked up, actually.
She's bad as hell.
Yeah, she's one of the good ones, bro. I don't even know.
Her, Salma Hayek,
You guys were talking about Salma Hayek last episode. Huh?
bad as hell too. Yeah, she deserves another shout out.
Yeah,
She's bad as hell.
maybe she'll hear this, bro.
Dude, oh, she's so bad.
Which one?
Both of them. Imagine both of them.
Dog, shut. Come on, gang. What the fuck? This is not this type of podcast, brother.
The Gooncast. All right, let's talk about something else, bro. I have like a couple topics here. My phone. Oh, here. Should we go a list of order
The list
or
of the order?
the order of the list?
What are you
or-
thinking? Yeah, go for it.
All right,
what do you
fuck it.
What do you got? I haven't even seen any of these, so I don't know why you're asking me.
Alrighty. Do you think rappers pay Trap Lord Ross or other video essayists to spin the narrative in their favor? Kind of like modern media, where like obviously there's certain narratives and like the media machine obviously has an agenda or whatever. But you know, back to a smaller scale now, where it's like almost.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's possible. Right?
So
I don't
here-
know. I don't know if I.
Let me see. So what do you think about this, Chance? Back to the whole like propaganda media. Do you think rappers pay Trap Lord Ross or other video essayists to spin the narrative in their favor, or like have like certain agendas they push out or make their gang or their life look
Damn, that's crazy.
bigger than life or cooler?
I never thought about that. I could see that. I don't know though. That's
Or do you think labels pay?
that would
That
make more
100%.
That
sense.
would be
I
crazy,
think.
right?
I don't know
That would
about-
make more
I don't know about
sense.
Trap Lord Ross
Trap Lord,
specifically,
Trap
but
Lord, yeah,
there's
because
definitely like some people, especially people who like specifically interview rappers and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
I'm
No,
thinking
most-
more like
that's-
academics.
that's
those-
definitely-
like academics. And
yeah.
stuff. I don't know about Trap Lord Ross.
You don't know about
because
like
most of his
video
shit-
essayists? Because like
I don't
those.
think so, to be honest. Because I
Yeah.
think video essayists, the whole thing that makes them money is it being kind of like not anti the person, but like showing like bad parts about
Exactly.
stuff.
See,
I think
that's
that's why people are interested in watching.
yeah,
Because if it was all
Yeah.
glazing, nobody would fucking watch a fucking 4-hour video of them just glazing one person. the whole
Yeah.
time.
exactly. I'm like, that's why. Yeah, with specifically with him, I'm like, he like shows like all the ugliness and
Yeah.
the bad side.
You're right.
Of
It is
everything.
mostly just like crazy, like violence.
Not necessarily
you know?
like
And
the-
'cause-
well, yeah.
It helps him, it's sensationalization. So if he can talk about all the crazy violent deeds of both sides, and like this guy hit this guy and they hit this guy back, and this person got caught in the crowd, like it's all good for the sensationalization.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really see, like Jolie said, it wouldn't really just be good for entertainment value to tip it one way,
Yeah.
which is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just like it was making me think about how like just because you would say YouTube's like our modern media machine. Because
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
watching CNN like that. I'm not watching
definitely,
Fox News.
but
Like
I
you
think
know.
there's still like a difference, I think,
Mhm.
right? Like there's a difference between, especially that like big companies like labels and stuff. I
Yeah.
think they do see them very differently still.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I feel like, especially when you compare like people on like legacy media stuff, like TV and everything, to the internet. A lot
It's
of
so
times the
funny,
internet people-
legacy media.
I mean, that's what
It's
they
so
call
funny.
it.
Yeah.
But,
No, I know it's just a funny term.
yeah. But that's what it's like. A lot of the times, the people online have way more fucking viewers and shit,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't see it as the same. You know, like they see
Yeah.
it kind of differently, and they're like they don't see as much influence from it, which
Mhm.
I don't think is true. But I don't know. Like I said though, I think a lot of the people online that do like interviews and shit, 100%.
No, that like No Jumper or like you even.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see No
like,
Jumper, like
Vlad,
Especially
academics-
when you know the
academics,
characters, some of these
100%.
fools. Exactly, like Adam 22, academics,
Yeah.
like with
Bro,
knowing
Adam
their
22 is
characters.
such a fucking weirdo.
Who?
Adam 22.
Adam.
Oh, yeah.
16?
Adam, exactly. Bro.
Well, they both are. Academics is a weirdo
Well,
too. We
academics
talked
is-
about
Y'all
that
not trying
too.
to hop on No Jumper?
Huh?
No, brother.
No,
No,
I really don't. I really
Y'all
don't.
not trying to get the interview?
No,
Nah.
no, brother.
Hey, your friends left for a reason.
Yeah, they
we can
did.
cut that if
Exactly,
you want,
exactly.
but
No,
your
we're
friends
not
left
cutting
for
that.
reasons.
Friends left for a reason.
Nah, we don't have to cut that out. But
That's what I
nah,
said.
that fool is definitely a weirdo.
There's
Especially.
like shit coming out about him like all the time. I feel like there was
Mhm.
something that I just saw about him on Twitter
Mhm.
that like just recently. I don't remember what it was, but
Mhm.
it was just more shit, and I'm like, I'm not surprised, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, this fool's always been a fucking freak. He's always been a weirdo. Oh no, it was Lil Pump again, claim like all
Oh,
his shit.
saying like when he was on tour.
When he
with
was
them
like,
and
he was
shit?
like, dog, I was 16-year-olds, and Adam came in and had like a threesome with us and all this shit. And like, he's like, there's video evidence, and then everybody's shitting on all Adam's fans are like shitting on Lil Pump, being like, dog, you have evidence, like you have video of like 16-year-olds fucking, you're going to jail, and it's like. This man was 35 years old when this shit was happening. Like, are you out of your mind? Like,
Not only
like I
that-
get it that it's fucked up
Yeah.
that Pump would still have videos like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this man was like in his 30s, fucking a 15 or 16-year-old girl.
Not only
like,
that, like
on, brother.
he would take drugs with the.
I know.
kid.
That was
I mean
that is
that
insane
already is
itself.
crazy. Like,
that's just
even
documented. Like
even
that's
just
you don't even have to
drinking or
dig for
smoking
that.
weed with like kids is fucking crazy that he was doing.
And he'd
on
be
his-
like filming kids like pouring up the lean cup and being
Brother.
like for the culture, and like it was
Yeah.
just like, brother, you
Come
should
on,
be
man.
leading these kids. You're an adult. You should be
I mean,
leading them
before
in a
he even
positive
had
direction.
his podcast is when he got the fucking nickname Adam 16 or whatever. Is because when he was in like BMX shit, he was fucking like kids.
He was in a. He was
fucking a
in the forum or
16-year-old
some
girl.
Shit, yeah.
Wait,
That's when Adam 16 like came about. Was like
Yeah.
him. It wasn't from the the Lil Pump stuff.
Shout out Point and Shoot.
Did
Yeah,
he
it
change
was-
his name to 22 or was it
No,
actually
it was
16
always
one time?
Adam
It was only
22,
22.
but
But people were just
people
calling
were calling
him.
him
people-
Oh,
Adam
I see. I
yeah.
see.
Even like before his podcast existed was like when this shit happened, when he was like fucking 16-year-olds.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Go down
Bro,
the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole's crazy.
Tom Dark.
I haven't seen
You
any
haven't
video
seen
essays.
the
no.
Tom Dark, the degeneracy of Adam 22.
I'll check it out. I haven't seen it. I'll check it out.
And neither
though.
have I.
I already know.
What the fuck? This was
Just talking out my
recommending
ass.
something he doesn't even know.
I mean,
about.
my thing, because I didn't go super deep into all that stuff, but I think my main thing when I finally was like, okay, even for entertainment, I just can't do it anymore. I think the way he was just playing and still plays with gang politics is just so fucking sick and weird. And I'm like, brother, you have, and of course, like I remember, and this is like some shit that happened like when like Crip Mac was a real problem having him around because he has Hoover Killer on his forehead, and they had a fucking Hoover was like a major contributor to their content, and I was like, and of course. Shit started to crack off. There were a couple other times where when AD was still over there, he had to, kind of like settle some situations for Adam. And it was like, oh my God. I'm like, you're going to get somebody fucking killed. It could be, it couldn't even if you don't care about these guys, it could be your baby mama. It could be your child. Like, you are creating just a powder keg that is waiting to go off. And then when you see the interviews too, when he has these like, unknown rappers that are really street dudes first, rappers second, and he comes in and he just starts like casually dropping names of their ops and things, people that they've lost, trying to get that clip, and then they're like, they press him, but he wants to be pressed because that's also good content. And I was like, this is a really weird game to play as a suburban white dude. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it goes
I mean,
back.
I think that's always been kind of like one of the craziest parts is like in the very early shit he like talked about when he was like, yeah, I decided to start interviewing rappers or whatever. Like that was his thing. And I'm like, he's from like fucking Connecticut or something like that.
New
And,
Hampshire.
Like, New Hampshire. Yeah. Even crazier because Connecticut's kind of crazy, but he's from New Hampshire. And he came out, moved to LA and started doing this shit. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to start interviewing rappers. And then it evolved into, I'm just going to pretty much strictly do like LA rappers or like affiliated rappers and stuff. And I'm like, that's very fucking weird.
Especially knowing the politics.
It would make more sense even if he wasn't a part of anything like that. Yeah. If he was from LA or even just from California in general, it would make a little bit more sense.
It wouldn't just be so obviously some culture vulture
100%. But the fact that you were just like a BMX dude from fucking New Hampshire and you decided to come out to LA and start interviewing rappers and shit and like make a store on fucking Melrose and shit. I'm like, that's fucking weirdo behavior, bro, just in general.
I totally agree.
That's why I've never like I watched him like a little bit when he was like way back in the day when No Jumper very, very first started. I watched his like first like maybe 10 interviews or whatever, and then I stopped watching him. Like I haven't watched him in fucking forever.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Because I got weird vibes from him. I was like, he seems like a fucking weirdo. And even rappers that weren't about anything, like even when fucking like Suicide Boys and like Fat Nick and shit were on, he would like press them about like the weirdest things that I'm like, what is happening? Like, why are you saying all this weird shit to these people that have, I don't know, it just felt very strange.
I watched No Jumper for a long time, but it wasn't because I loved Adam. It was because he got interviews with people, and that's always what it really was. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
very interesting.
At the end of the day, that's always what it was. Is I liked who he talked to, and to give him some credit, like he did have his ear to the street. Like he would interview people, and like not long after they'd blow up, like he'd get City Morgue, Suicide Boys,
Germ.
Like and then even like Wretch, like really really cool motherfuckers, But
Young
but
Bleach before the allegations.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Brother. Well, let's get into that in a second.
But keep going.
But he talked to a lot of cool people, and I feel like the environment he set up was unprofessional in a good way, where I felt like people could really be themselves. So it was that's what I thought of when I think of No Jumper. Is I'm like, oh, I can see like some raw like underground rappers I'm a big fan of, like really be themselves. But then when he stopped really talking to really cool, interesting underground acts, stopped having, and a lot of those guys that he developed relationships with, you'll notice, stop coming back.
Yeah.
And then he's like mostly talking to other media guys that are weird like him, like Academics and DJ Vlad. Why would you want to sit down with DJ Vlad?
You don't like Vlad?
Nah. But
Vlad's like
that's another thing we can
OG,
get
like,
into in a
weird.
second. But
I feel like Vlad's like the original, like,
Culture vulture?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's the original, like, Adam 22 when he's like asking all these questions that are like insanely incriminating.
Yeah.
It's like he's asking like, oh, you talk about this and that in this song, and like this and that happened, like correlating to the fucking date. And I'm like, why the fuck would you ask this for that on like a big public platform? Like, that's very
I was
crazy.
gonna ask you guys.
well, can I just real quick to
finish
wrap up my point? Is when he stopped really trying to innovate and talk to new people and expose new cool artists, and it just all became like a reality TV platform.
That's what his business model became.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was
I haven't
like
seen him in so long. I don't even know what he does anymore.
it
To be honest.
literally, I'm pretty sure now it's not much different than when I stopped watching, was when it was just like, what are the most toxic, volatile people we can get in a room together and see what happens? That's what it turned into. And that's what I'm pretty sure it still is right now.
Mm.
Like,
Damn,
he even did
Rare
a
Fern. Where's he going? I don't know why I didn't. What time is it?
There's West Coast versus East Coast. Y'all don't love us.
123. We're back.
Y'all don't love us. Well, let it be known then. You guys remember that?
I don't think so.
When Snoop Dogg was in the East Coast, I think it was a concert.
Yeah.
And it was getting rowdy in there because of the East Coast versus West Coast. Where's my fucking headphones?
Your phone's on the ground. Your headphones are all fucked up. What happened to you?
Where the
brother?
fuck are they?
How did you lose your headphones?
What?
Follow the cord, gang.
Oh, I'm fucking fried.
Hiding behind this can here.
No, we're good to go, right?
Yes, we
I was just gonna ask y'all, do you guys think that Adam 22 is a CIA asset?
What? I don't think so. What the
I
fuck?
forgot about all that.
Did
All
people
the
say that? Was
conspiracy.
that a thing?
Yes, because his dad was like friends with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know this?
I don't know.
Fucking
Yeah.
weird. I
Any of that.
forgot about that.
His dad got like pardoned by Bill
Yeah.
Clinton. Yeah.
What?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. And
I
then
don't
people
know.
were saying
Yeah.
because Adam's last name is Grand Mason.
And they're saying that his tattoos are like devil iconography.
Mm-hmm.
That he might
Adam
be,
Grand Mason, the Clintons, Satan.
Satanism. I don't know, bro.
All right, I'm on your side now.
That's what
That's
all
all
I
it
need.
is.
All I
destroying
needed to
the
hear
black
was-
community.
Yeah.
Bro, all I needed to hear was Mason, Clinton, and black community, bro.
And Satanism.
I'm in. Not even saying. I mean, that's a give. Come
That's
on.
a.
You know that shit's happening. Come on, brother.
Has it been confirmed how many people have died under fucking Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton.
Like
Wait, what
how
do you
many
mean?
people
When she
she's
was-
murked?
Oh,
Like how many people has
I don't know
Hillary
anything
Clinton
about that, to be honest
killed.
with you.
I don't.
My dad's
know.
told me about that kind of stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, your dad might be right, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
She's got at
She's
least
a weirdo.
50.
I don't know.
For
about
sure.
50. I don't, wait, are you talking about when she was a lawyer, or are you talking about?
Just in general, the Blinton.
Are you talking about Clintons in general?
the
or are you
Clinton
talking about-
the Clintons in general? Yeah.
Well, that's not fair. You can't talk about. You can't talk about like.
I didn't know you were pro Clinton.
Dog, that's insane. Coming at me as if I'm pro Clinton. Cool.
I'm kidding, bro.
All I'm saying, that's not fair because Bill was the president, brother. You can't talk about how many bodies does this family have when there were presidents in that family. it's in like the tens of thousands if it's about the family.
That is true. Once you
Any
become a president, you at least rack at
Benghazi. There you go, brother.
Yeah.
I'm in the conversation.
That is so true. When you become president, you at least rack
Bro,
up
you instantly get like $10,000
immediately.
and then you're Obama and you get like a fucking million on your roster, brother.
You unlock a tactical nuke as soon as you're sworn in. You
Bro,
have so many
I mean, you
kills.
literally
you get the codes, bro.
You do get the codes.
Nah, bro.
You know what's crazy? All these fools fucking with Obama now. I mean, everyone always fucked with Obama, but like people are like sucking his dick, talking about, oh, he's the voice on this nature documentary and shit, so I love him. And I'm like, motherfucker.
He did a nature documentary?
I think so. He's like
If
one of those
that
fools that
doesn't
does like
tell you
that
he
lends
is
his voice to like.
I was about to say, see, exactly.
Wait, what?
If
What'd you
that
say?
doesn't tell you that he is a full-blown propagandist, I don't know what fucking
He
does.
is, yeah, but that's his thing. I mean, remember when the Obamas signed a thing to like have deals with like Netflix or whatever the fuck it is? The Obabes.
The whole pop base.
But
I still
yeah, he does like voiceover shit for things and everything, and I'm like,
That's
come
so
on,
crazy.
man. Like,
I still think Obama was
the-
made in a test tube.
okay, come on. Like the deporter in chief himself is lending his voice to fucking nature
Deporter in
documentaries.
chief.
Come
That's
on,
fucking
brother.
good.
Fucking war criminal, bro.
The drone king, drone kingpin Obama.
Yeah, but
Drone
he talks in a
kingpin.
way that connects with the American people.
Gotta get them ribs.
Got to get them ribs and
Pussy too.
I don't know that one.
You don't know.
Hell.
We need to put you on, bro.
Put me on.
Gotta get them
You
ribs.
That's
say
my
pussy
shit.
too?
And pussy too.
Bruh, ribs and pussy. How do I not know what this is?
That's crazy. You've never seen that.
Yeah, what the hell?
Nah,
What the
fuck
hell,
Obama.
Leonte?
Fuck Obama. Fuck Michelle.
Yeah.
Fuck those kids. You know, I heard the daughters, because they like live in LA and they like
Yeah.
run around LA. I heard they.
Can you sit back a little bit so I can
Sorry.
make eye
My bad,
contact
my
with
bad,
my
bro.
boy?
I heard the two daughters.
Yeah.
They're constantly at all these like nightclubs, constantly at high-end nightclubs, high-end restaurants and shit. Never-
Socialites.
They are socialites.
Mhm.
Never tip, not a penny ever. Apparently,
Damn.
imagine being Obama's fucking children and you never tip.
How'd you hear this information?
Don't
This
worry about how I've heard this
fuck,
information,
bro. The sleeper cell
from my
Jolie.
sources.
Trust me, bro.
No,
I'm
it's
just kidding.
from a different podcast where they do have a lot of people that work in bars and clubs and stuff in LA, and they say they've never gotten a tip from the Obama daughters,
Damn, bro.
which is insane.
I just don't get it. If you're already going to spend a fuck ton of money at this place,
Imagine getting a fucking private table at like a club and you don't tip a penny. What are you doing?
Maybe they're
like
very
in
hard times, bro.
Getting private fucking tables at clubs?
you know
Maybe
what,
they're going through tough times, bro.
you know what kills me is when people complain about service and don't want to, but they're also the type of people that don't usually tip anyways, and they complain about service. I'm like, well, it's almost as if service matters. It's almost as if maybe if you care about service, you should tip.
Yeah. Look, I think tipping is a fucked up system in general.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's insane.
it is.
Not
but
that
it's
not
like,
giving tips.
yeah,
but
no.
the fact that,
Not
like,
giving
tipping-
tips.
Okay, fool.
I'm just kidding.
The fact that giving tips is like you pretty much need to, or else most fucking servers are not going to make minimum wage.
Yeah,
But also, I'm like, even if somebody gives you shitty service, like it's just a regular person and isn't interacting with you and going over the fucking top to like talk to you while you're eating and doing all
Not
this
doing
bullshit,
cartwheels while you
I'm like,
fucking eat.
that's insane to not tip somebody.
Being a
treat it
clown,
like it's medieval times everywhere you go.
Or
clown
the
gesture.
people that are like, oh, I ordered this medium rare and it came out medium, and then they like don't give a tip to their server. I'm like, do you think the server
That's
was
got
in the back
nothing to
fucking
do with
whipping
him.
up the fucking your steak? Like, what are you doing? You're insane, brother. You're just fucking over this person's
Just dock,
like life.
just dock
Just
the cook's pay.
Crazy. Come on.
That's the thing I've definitely
kidding,
learned
bro.
from working in the service industry, and I know you know damn well too, Jolie. Probably you too, Fern. Is like
Yep.
the public, they just want to fucking bitch to the first person they can bitch to, even though it has no effect at all. I'm like, I did not choose this. I do not believe me. It's the crazy thing is when I'm like on a register, it's like on not that kind of register. When I'm on the all right,
Yeah.
why did I even think of it?
Yeah,
Bro,
why
Fuck.
did you even go
episode you were
there?
talking
Fuck.
about something about 16-year-olds. Now
Fuck.
you're talking about a register.
Shit.
Fuck me.
So I be
Anyways.
on registers. And yeah, and these people, they bitch and moan and they talk about, I just had some shit the other day that was like talking about well, you know, this is like terrible that this happened. This reflects really poorly on the company. And I looked at it and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then I fixed the issue for her and you know, and she was like, well, I was explaining to her why the issue occurred, and she goes, well, that's not my problem. And I go, I didn't say it was your problem. I'm fixing it. That's why I'm fixing it. And then she was quiet, and I'm like, okay, I fix it. And then as she's walking away, says some other shit about like the company and who knows how many other people are running into this issue. And I was like, okay. I'm like, it literally, I even like, because I just wanted to make sure that like I could speak to this kind of issue in the future. So I talked to one of the managers, and even he was like, we aren't even in control of that. Like it was regarding like markups. And he's like, we're not even in control. We get sent a list by area team, I believe, above district even. He's like, he goes through so many people, but people want to bitch at the guy behind the register making minimum wage. I'm like, I don't fucking dictate. None of us really dictate. We just follow orders as best we can. And guess what? If the orders were given are fucked up, then the shit is going to be fucked up. It's not a perfect world. But people just want to bitch to the...
And then you have to eat the dicks.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they want to bitch to the closest person. I'm like, if you really care, feel free to write an email to corporate. But guess what? They're not going to do anything.
Nah, dude.
They get mad at you for not giving a fuck. But I'm like, trust me, the people above me give even less of a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember at the donut shop, fucking... I remember this customer came in, and it was like 8:00 in the morning, and I remember him coming in with his daughter, and he I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I was like looking at the donuts or some shit, and he was like, "Good morning," good morning, and I was like, oh, hey. Dude, I kid you not. I kid you fucking not. This fool was like,
I already know. Fuck.
I don't get a good morning?
Oh.
No way.
I don't get a... Yeah, he was like, I don't get a good morning? And he was like... And he got pissed off. He was like... With his daughter, and she was like, I was going to shop. And then he just left. And I was fucking dumbfounded, bro. I was like... There's psychopaths out here like that.
No, that is a great example of just like how bitch made people are that need to like say some shit to you or tell on you to a manager or whatever, or like, oh well, the service isn't so good or whatever. It's like, you are a bitch.
Yeah.
You are fucking weak to me. That's crazy.
No,
I don't give a fuck how you say hello. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
no.
it's one thing if I say hello and you just straight up ignore me. But even then, my first assumption wouldn't be you're an asshole. My first assumption would be they're working on something.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, that or it's fucking 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah. I'm barely fucking awake. Like, bro, give me some time. Yeah, he was pressed because I didn't say good morning.
I would probably do the same thing. If a dude said good morning, I'd be like, I mean, my standard is just, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, like, hey, I was like, oh, hey.
But like,
And he
that's
was
fine.
I'm
Like, I
good.
wouldn't, like, who the fuck is offended it? Like, you acknowledged him.
And he got mad at me, picked up his
Fucking
daughter,
idiot.
and fucking left. I was like,
That's
Aight,
insane.
bro.
You know, people like that
You
too.
got it.
I'm like, how do you, because you know they tell people in their life this
Yes,
shit. I'm like,
bro.
how do you tell people that? How do you tell
You're-
people like, oh
you're a
yeah, I
whole
went to
bitch.
get? That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you tell people and try to make it sound cool? Like, oh, I went to go get some like coffee and donuts at this place, and the worker said, "Hey" to me.
And that's
You're
just
a bitch.
that's just the nature of humans. Like obviously he's gonna twist it.
Yeah, true.
twist
Yeah,
it
exactly.
A certain way
Make
to
it sound
to
crazier.
make him look good and shit. I'm just like, bro.
That's the thing that kills
chill,
me
gang.
is how many people are pieces of shit,
yeah.
and you know that when they talk about this event to people
Yeah.
around them, they make themselves sound like
Yeah,
a good
like
guy.
the good. Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
why
like-
it's so fucking funny, like having worked in retail for so long, or like having been a manager in retail for so long, like the amount of stories that I'm like, I know when I tell this story, these fools that were being insane are going around telling their friends the same story, but from
They're
like acting like
yeah.
their experience was crazy. And like I said like 3 words to them or something like that. And they're
Yeah.
like making it seem like I was the craziest
You're
person
the
in the world.
That's the funny thing, because I know you and I tend to handle a lot of these situations similarly, in which it's like a lot of the time it's like, you know, you have to bite your tongue, so it ends up just being like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, no,
Mhm.
can't do that.
Yeah.
And then that to them is just like infuriating.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's just the level of entitlement that people have.
100%.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, that's all it is.
brother, is
You know
it
what's
really that
crazy?
serious? Is this especially for you guys? Is this $20 tea really that fucking serious? Like we have to be bitching about this? That
Right.
you and me have to waste each other's time and look dumb as fuck, talking in circles.
And I feel like too, it's also when they're bitching after I've like already like either I caught it myself or they brought up the problem to me and I said, okay, I'll fix that for you. And they want to keep talking shit. It's the problem has been fixed. What do you want?
Yeah, like what the like.
Like
Exactly,
you're not
like,
getting
what?
a fucking apology from me. You're not getting I fixed there was a problem and I fixed it. Now what?
Yeah, nah, bro. I salute to y'all, bro. Y'all the
Brother.
nah.
My
There's
favorite is
the Marines and then there's retail workers.
Serio. I'd rather shoot people.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That'd be cathartic for me at this point. As much time as I put into retail,
You feel me?
shooting people would be a great job.
Bro, my favorite shit is the people that are like, bro, I've heard this once or twice. I'm not sure if it was twice, but for sure at least once. I think there was this other crazy dude that said this, but it was like a whole different situation where he was, I think, actually crazy. But for sure once, before I was ever like a manager in retail, this one lady comes up and is talking about blah blah blah. She wants to get this like $90 jacket for like $10 because there was a sign like a foot away from it that said $10 t-shirts, and she is a
Oh my
dumbass
God.
and couldn't read and didn't see that it said t-shirts
Yeah.
on it. And I like take her over and I'm showing her and she's like, well, you know, the customer is always right. And I was like, there's no fucking way somebody actually said this to me.
The pull
I've had it said to me a few times.
Insane.
It's insane.
I'm
The-
like, what the fuck are you talking
the
about?
Mr. Krabs plaque. The fucking
Exactly, bro. Yeah, I'm like, nah, this isn't a cartoon, bitch. I was like, she's like saying all this stuff to me, and I was like, okay, cool. She's like, I'm gonna sue you, and she was like, what's your name? And I gave her my name, and I was like, I will have so much fun if you sue me.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking hoe. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna go up to a lawyer and be like, this guy didn't sell me under the sign that said t-shirts are $10. I grabbed a jacket that was $90 and he wouldn't sell it to me for $10. What the fuck do you think your lawyer's gonna
Bitch,
say?
you don't have lawsuit money.
exactly, bitch.
Brother, that's
bitch,
exactly
you're
what I
worried
was
about the wrong
I'm
things
like, if
right
you're
now.
tripping about this $90 jacket, you don't have the money to sue anybody. What the fuck are you doing? You can't afford a lawyer. Talking about as if she has a lawyer on retainer, bro. Talking about, I'm gonna talk to my attorney. Bitch, you're tripping about a $10 t-shirt.
Fucking idiot, bro. Nah, I like.
Insane, bro. I
Commend
never got a
y'all.
letter, bro. She never tried to sue.
Shouts out to all my retailers, all my fucking not registries. The fuck am I talking about? All my cashiers, food service, bro.
I just wish there was a legal fade option. Like
Bruh,
you can
I-
challenge me to the fade, and as
Oh
the
my
worker, you can
God.
agree to it or not. I would agree to it, and I would love to smack the fucking dog shit legally out of these fucking people.
Dog, it was so funny. One time when I was
Women too, or
Fuck, that's rough. Yeah, yeah. It was rough for like a half a second until all the women who've pressed me have come
Yeah.
through my mind, and I was like, nah,
yeah,
they gotta learn.
dog. This one time when I was just like a sales associate, brother. I was on the registers. I was wearing a hat. I was wearing an FTP
I
hat.
remember this story.
And this old fucking dude, this was years ago, bro. This old dude comes up to the register, not even with me, with somebody like 3 cashiers down.
That's crazy. I didn't even remember that detail.
Dog. I'm like ringing this person up. He's getting rang up over there. He finishes. He comes over and is just cooling it like a foot away from me. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like,
yeah,
I'm ringing this person up. It takes me a few minutes. I finally finish ringing this person up. And he comes up to me when I'm trying to call for the next customer. And he's like, is this old fucking white dude?
yeah,
He's like, hey, I noticed your hat. And I was like, okay, did you have any questions about anything? Like, I saw that you just got rang up. Like, did you need any extra help? And he's like, well, I just think it's funny that you're wearing a hat like that. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. I was like, did you need anything else? And he was like, no, I just think it's offensive that you're wearing a hat like that. And I was like, all right, did you have any questions? Because if not, you can leave the store. And this fool starts pressing me. He's like, what does that hat mean? And I was, mind you, it's FTP, the company FTP.
Fuck the population.
I literally looked at him and I was like, it means fuck the population. And he was like, oh, it doesn't mean fuck the police. And I was like, yeah, it means that too.
Yeah, it does.
And he was like, so you're just promoting anti-police at this store? And I was like, yeah, I don't like the police. And he's like, do your managers know this? And my manager, mind you, my manager is right fucking next to me on the register because it was like crazy.
Was it Josh?
No, it was at the store before that.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, does your manager know this? And I was like, yeah, she knows I don't like the police. and then he was like, can I talk to your manager? And I was like, no, you can't. I was like, you can talk to me if you have a problem.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a problem, you can leave the store. You've already paid. You've given us business. You can leave. And he was like, well, I don't think I'm going to do business here anymore. And I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't like your attitude. Which I'm like, at this point, you don't like my attitude? What the fuck? I'm like,
pulled up to me.
I'm like, you were,
and you don't like how I responded?
Waited like 5 minutes for me to finish with the customer. So then I'm like, he's like, I don't like your attitude. I'm like, okay. And then he gets in my face. Mind you, this man's got to be like 60 years old, 55 years old. He gets in my face and he's like, when are you off work? He's like,
You were lying to me.
Dog, I swear to you. And I was like, does it matter? I was like, I'm closing. So if you want, you can wait outside for another 4 hours, or we can go outside right now. And then my manager comes over and she's like, what's going on? And the dude's like, he has a hat on that says, fuck the police. Like, he's like, I'm a police veteran. I can't, mind you, saying police veteran is insane. He's like, I'm a police veteran.
So proud of himself.
I can't believe they're like, your company stands for this. They're promoting this. And she's like, yeah, he can say whatever he wants. She was like, he has freedom of speech. If he doesn't like the police, he can say that. And then the dude's like, this is disgusting. This is horrible. And he's like, I'm going to be waiting for you. And I was like, we can go out right now, or you can wait 4 hours. And he's like, oh, I'll wait. Of course, this fool's not fucking.
Of course not.
Of course he's not out there. But
Bitch.
I was like, this was fucking insane. This old fucking like 6-year-old dude trying to press me, talking about, oh, I'm gonna wait out here for 4 hours and fight you after work. I'm like 22 years old at this point. I'm like, dog, I'm gonna beat the fucking bricks off of you. Are you stupid? You're
Brother.
60 years old. You think you're gonna fight a 22-year-old and win? You're fucking stupid.
That shit is going to hit you like
Mind
a
you,
fucking
he's like,
freight train.
He's like 6
You are
inches
gonna-
shorter than me, brother.
You are gonna wonder what the fuck just happened.
This
after
man is
it
like
happens.
5'7", talking about, I'm gonna fucking wait outside your place of work and fight you after. I'm like, dog, you are gonna be fucking
I mean,
Surprised he didn't dislocate a hip in the H&M.
That's what I'm saying.
bro, that's just classic dumbass behavior. I'm like acting so tough, barking the loudest, and then if shit were to crack off, you would probably he'd probably try to sue you or something or
100%.
whatever.
But it was so fucking funny because I'm like, big dog, you're old. You're also like 6-7 inches shorter than me. You really think you're gonna wait out here? And I was like, brother.
It's like, brother, cardio alone. I'll have you fucking. I'll just move enough and have you hocking up a lung,
Yes,
brother.
like,
Don't do this. I'm young. I'm arguably healthy.
I'm young,
and
dumb, and full of cum.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
brother.
Well, I think he's probably.
I mean, I probably was.
He's probably full of more cum than I am. Because when you get
The old
old,
guy?
you know, your drive really goes down.
Just
So
full
they're
of
probably
nut.
sitting on tons of nut. It's probably why they try this type of shit. They're just
all the tea built up.
They're just. That's what I'm saying. They're just sitting on so much fucking nut, and then they either need to ejaculate or get socked out. And
What if you
then
beat,
reality
what if
hits.
you beat the shit out of him?
beat the nut out this dude.
He's like, "Oh God, I've transgressed. I apologize."
He gets that post nut
He has
clarity.
a
Post nut clarity from getting punched.
Post nut ass beating.
Post ass beat clarity is a real thing too.
True.
I've seen that many times in professional fighting and just street fighting on the internet.
Just
Like
in general,
fools,
like getting your ass beat is humbling.
yeah,
experience.
they talk all this shit, you know, thinking they're gonna do this and that, and then they get smacked around, and they're like, you know, he's a really good guy, you know, God bless him, you know, God bless his family. I do
Tiny
too.
bladder.
Bro, I had a whole yerba mate and 2
Tiny ass bladder, bro.
half of a yerba mate.
It's
by
done.
yourself, brother. Chance drank some.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, dude. Especially old people. Old people are the most entitled, bro.
That is the thing that fucking kills me. I've had so many
Shouts
conversations.
out to old
about
people,
this.
though. You know, they can be sweet, but they're very entitled.
Yeah, when they're great, they're really great, and when they suck, they really fucking suck. But yeah, it's like they talk about our generation being so entitled, but I'm like, you see how they behave. You know, actions speak louder than words, and you see their actions, and I'm like, oh my God. You really feel like, because they have this whole bend of like, I've put in my time. Like I put in my time in the workforce. Maybe you were part of, you know, our military at some point.
Yeah.
You know, you've maybe gone through this, that, and the third with relationships, and you've just been through the shit. And so that itself breeds entitlement.
Yeah.
And then they put it on us. And I'm like, it's just insane because people our age are the most respectful that I encounter.
Yeah, 100%.
You know who's actually on the same level is dumbass, irritating teenagers that think they're recreating Jackass, and my grandparents.
Yeah.
They're on the same level of who pisses me off,
yeah.
of who makes my day harder. I'm like, that's fucking embarrassing to be 80 years old. And I'm like, really? I dread you as much as I dread these fucking children that come in and I'm going to have to talk to them like their parents.
Yeah, nah.
I don't want to fucking deal with any of it.
It's just it's just like, and especially since they're so fucking old, you would assume these, you know, like you have to respect them. They're wise. They're this, they're that, and the fucking.
I lost that a long time ago, personally.
And I'm just like, sometimes like the human psyche, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is it never ceases to amaze me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, fuck, bro.
What never ceases to amaze you.
Fucking entitled old people.
And I think the other thing about that is that every single generation says this about the next.
Yeah, like they're hogwash.
That's what kills me is they're like, music is bad now. These kids are so entitled. da 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 da. But I'm like, guess what? That's what my parents said about me. That's what your parents said about you, and that's what my grandparents' parents probably said about them.
This country's going under the shitter.
Yeah, how many generations have said that? And it's not that anything is necessarily worse. It's just bad in a different way. It was always bad. There's always good and bad. It just changes. But you know what? The actually greatest skill of living things is adaptation, evolution. But the problem with that though is it breeds complacency. So you become complacent in the negatives of your society. So you think you look at that's what causes people to look at in their rear view with, you know, like you like to say a lot for in like rose tinted glasses, right?
Yeah.
Is because they're comfortable with all the negatives of their society because they adapted to it. They're just not adapted to this generation's negativity.
Consent.
Whereas we are adapted to it and we're fine with it. Whereas I think that's why we just need to be self-aware and conscientious of the next generation and try not to, as hard as it is, I'm going to go ahead and say it's fucking hard, but we really need to try and not isolate and demonize the youth right now.
We're going to do that.
Because we need to try and see it their way as much as possible because we don't want to be like our parents and grandparents. We have to understand that there are good things and bad things going on, as always. They're just different.
It's just whatchamacallit. Fools are just haters, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Just kick back. Let the youth do his thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm anti-hater. I'm a hater of hatred.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I'm a hater of hating.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I hate hating.
On God, bro.
What's that look?
No, I'm just joking.
What you doing?
I'm just fucking around.
But are you feeling the big little thing IPA Sierra Nevada?
I was giving Chance a look as if I disagree with him talking about we shouldn't press the younger generation.
You don't think so?
Oh, that's what that look was about?
Oh yeah.
Why not? Speak your piece on.
No,
this.
I'm just fucking around. I'm saying
no.
I'm saying I agree with you.
I feel like the youth will always be rambunctious. No,
I'm sure we honestly agree. No, it's just that
I agree. I think that we shouldn't hate on the younger generation for doing stupid shit, especially. I do think that in general, because old people are always like, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm stupid.
Go ahead.
Because now that I think about it a little bit more, I was gonna say like old people are always like, oh, like we're in like a worse place, but really, I think old people don't say that. A lot of old people don't realize that like either the situations are like the same or getting worse. They kind of act like everything is like in the same situation as when they were younger.
Right.
But so maybe you know what? I fully agree with you guys.
Well, I don't know where you were going to go, but I will say this, and just where I was thinking you were going to go, is just like, of course, we should guide the youth. We shouldn't just accept everything that they fucking do. 100%. But I'm just saying, like, there is no progress to be had from demonizing them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially because, like, a lot of the stuff that actually matters, it's not their fault. Like, it's not the generation that's coming up with the fuck shit.
They're just reacting to it. A lot
of the time, it's either the people before them or the people before the people before them. So it's like, it's not their fault. Like, they didn't set in place, like, most of the shit that's happening.
And it's like, even
we can still blame the fucking boomers and the millennials for a lot of the bullshit that we're going through.
Right. I was given this world. I didn't make it.
Even on a self-reflective note, a lot of my coworkers are 18, 19, 20, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are real life retards. They're fucking brain dead. But at the same time, who the fuck allowed them to be?
Mm-hmm.
The millennials.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the American society.
Who gave them the iPad?
The ones that are, especially when it comes to like a lot of the like economic shit and everything, where like all these like boomers and Gen X and all these people are like, what do you do? Like, why don't you own a house by 23 years old? And I'm like, big dog, I don't think you understand what is fucking
that shit have sailed, gang.
That shit has sailed.
That ship sailed, sunk to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
In like 1992, brother. Like at that point, we were already cooked. None of us are fucking owning homes in our 20s. Like unless you live in Iowa or some bullshit, you're not gonna fucking own a home. You know, it's like, come on, brother. And then there's gonna be these fools that are like, oh, I own a home at 21 because I invested in crypto. It's like, okay, you came from people who let you invest in crypto at 16 years old.
Owning a PS5 is like owning the new house. It's
That's
like
what I'm
owning a house
saying,
nowadays, bro.
It's worth about the same as they were the houses were being
Back
sold
in
for
the
back in the
day.
day, bro.
Have you ever seen like how
If only we could build equity. If only we could build equity in our gaming consoles.
in our PS5,
You know,
take out a loan?
but it just
Bruh.
depreciates.
I saw these fools that were talking about this one. I think it was on Twitter. This fool traded his like a graphics card that like people like resell the graphics cards or like whatever.
Yeah.
He sold his graphics card for like a gun, and all the comments were like, "Very smart financial decision because this gun is gonna hold its value. The graphics card will depreciate." And I was looking at it and I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like,
They might have a
this fool,
point.
this fool's actually kind of cooking. I'm like, wait, these fools are. I'm like, you can get the latest graphics card, spend $2,500 or whatever the fuck it is on it, sell it for like an extra $500, and buy a gun. And like that gun, you're probably gonna sell it for around the same price that you bought it for. I was like, wait a minute,
Sheesh.
these
Here,
fools kind of have a point.
Should we become arms dealers?
Maybe we should get a license, an FFL03 COE,
so we can
Why
sell
do you know that?
fucking weaponry.
because that's how you can ship ammo to your own residence legally.
Why do you know that?
Don't worry about that part.
Meanwhile, rewind. Jolie's like, you can get a fucking pallet of 10,000 rounds.
I did. I was
shipped to your house.
talking about how you can get a pallet of 1,000 rounds of 9mm for like a band or something like that.
That is fucking crazy.
That's so.
What the fuck?
I would love to go over to your house in your bedroom and there's just a pallet of fucking
Pallet sitting
9mm.
9mm. Yeah, guns are cool.
I need to get a gun, dude. I
You do
need to get my
a gun.
license. I was like, when you were like in the
Bruh,
process
they
of
keep
getting
fucking
yours,
us. I'm not gonna lie to you. They keep fucking us.
really?
Fucking California, bro.
California.
You heard it here.
They keep fucking us over. I think starting July 1st, you got to spend. Fuck. It's kind of insane. It's like to buy ammo, you have $1 background check. The $1 background check takes like 30 seconds. They pretty much just run your name and make sure, as long as you have a firearm registered to your name,
Yeah.
it costs $1. You can buy as much ammo as you want. I think it's starting in July. It might be this month that it starts, but it's a $5 background check every time you want to buy ammo. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Who is that stopping? Like, what is that even doing?
Who does that go to?
The government.
Why? As
It's
long
just
as
another
they're doing
tax.
something
So
good with it,
that's
then
what it sounds
fine.
like.
It's the California government, bro. There's not too much good going on with it, to be honest. But
God damn.
I'm like, what is like,
commies.
and their argument for
Sound
it is
like a
that
redneck.
it's like stopping criminals or whatever. But I'm like, brother,
the criminals
how
are gonna
what
get
is
their
the
hands
dollar
on
versus
it.
the $5? Like, who is that stopping? What is that doing? Fucking nothing, bro. If you already have the firearm registered to your name, I don't
Yeah.
think a $5 versus a $1 difference is gonna stop you.
You
from,
know
like,
what it's
shooting up a
stopping?
school, bro. What?
Freedom. It's definitely stopping
Amen, brother.
freedom,
I mean,
brother.
Amen,
'cause
brother.
How often does the average gun owner need to use their gun? So you're really just making
A
it
lot.
harder for boys to.
A lot, to be honest.
What?
I mean, the majority of people that are like into guns,
Yeah.
We're going to the range, no?
you go to the range like
Yeah.
at least once or twice a week.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. No, that's
That's-
what I'm saying. It's fucking over the people who are like going to the range and
That's
like
where I
having
was
fun
going.
with it versus the people who are like,
Yeah.
like if somebody's gonna go shoot up a school or whatever the fuck they're doing, a $5 charge once when they buy
It's like,
1,000
brother,
rounds of fucking 5.56.
I'm gonna
for the
blow my brains out
AR-15.
after this. I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. You're buying an 8-pack of fucking shells. I don't think the extra $5 is gonna make a difference on you, to be honest. But to Gavin Newscum,
It's going to his
scum.
fucking pockets, huh?
But yeah, that's
That
what I meant.
dirty fuck.
I was like, charging that extra charge, like in terms of like home defense or anything, like I'm like, okay, you're not really affecting anybody who's gonna really
No.
do something. You're just affecting the guys that go out to the range all the time. That's like
Yeah.
the only people affected.
yeah,
And like you said, like if you want to go do some criminal, whatever mass shooting type situation, like, you don't give a fuck.
Why would you care?
You don't care.
You're
People
probably planning on dying anyway, so why
Yeah,
the fuck does it matter?
speaking of home defense, like, what if we could buy claymores and shit?
Nope.
Bouncing betties as home defense.
What?
They're like
That's
claymore.
not good.
They're like claymores, right? But they have the ADT logo on them.
You think that would be good, Fern?
Yes,
Be
bro.
real.
Positive for society.
Be real, Fern. You think that would be
Claymore in
good?
your lawn, bro. You just put claymores in-
Blow the mailman's leg off
What the fuck?
on your Ring camera. You just see someone fucking blow up.
You know what I actually want to do is I want to make my own shotgun shells. Like, I love the fucking rednecks that make like rock salt shells, because you don't have to kill somebody with it. You'll just fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I could get a sawed off shotgun and make my own rock salt shells and just buck in their fucking ass. Leave their fucking ass
Bucking
cheek.
their asses and
Leave their fucking ass cheek hanging off, limping off my property. That'd be tight, bro. Because I'm like, I mean, if I use shot, well, I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm like, I'd rather not kill you, to be honest. I don't think I'm ready to kill a person. So
You can, bro. There's a lot of people that are starting to
Kill
reload
people?
their own ammo. They're starting to make their own ammo.
But rock salt
Because-
is light, though.
Well, yeah.
the DIY.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
No, I mean-
DIY ammo.
I mean, that's
always been a thing.
that's-
That's always been a
Exactly. That's been a thing with shotgun shells specifically, because
Yeah.
you can pack whatever the fuck people
Yeah.
pack coins in it, put some pennies in a fucking that'll tear your face off.
It'll ruin someone's day.
Oh yeah, something
That's
like
for
that.
No, but that's always been a thing, like making your own ammo and everything.
It's like moonshine.
I mean, kind of, but more legal.
Yeah, it's actually more
I mean, it's
legal.
legal.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. A lot of people will like recycle like the
I gotta
the
piss.
brass or the shells or whatever that they use when they're out of range.
Yeah.
And then just reload it with gunpowder and lead and make new bullets out of it or whatever to avoid the commie
the
taxes
gov-
and
the
stuff.
government
the
fucking-
big government tax.
fucking hell,
Maybe we
bud.
should move to
Tejas.
Tejas. No, Tejas is too. There's too many people in Tejas. We got to move to some fuck place that nobody likes.
Tennessee,
Tennessee is good.
Mississippi.
Louisiana.
Fuck, brother. I don't know, bro.
I'm just fucking with you. I would never.
As a brown man, moving
I
to the
would
south
never.
seems crazy. Que no?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would
That's
just get
insane.
berated by racist comments all the
But
time.
yeah,
Just seeing me.
probably not the best idea.
Fucking Boehner. Like, hey, chill, brother. I'm just here for a good time. Not a long time.
Good time, not a long time.
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
So
Nah.
what was your next question, Fern?
Oh, my next topic. I have a couple.
We got 5 minutes left.
Fuck, no. Give us 10. Alright. I saw this thing.
Oh fuck.
I saw this post. It was on a blog somewhere. It was a post about someone. No. Yeah. So I saw this video of someone financing Chrome Hearts. Did you see that?
Yes. I don't think I saw the actual video, but
He was
Gav
like
talked
flexing
about it
his
to
Chrome
me,
Heart.
and Chance also talked about it to me. That's insane, brother.
Yo,
You know what's even more fucked up though? So that's insane. Like financing drip is crazy. Brother, if you can't afford it, don't buy it.
That's
Please.
what I'm saying, bro.
I'm like,
It's-
I'm not putting this Rick Owens on
It's
on
almost-
layaway, brother. I'm fucking. If I have the money to buy it, I'm gonna buy it. If I don't, I'm not gonna be wearing fucking Rick Owens. But
Put the Da Vinci boxers on
brother,
on,
man, come on,
on
man.
what-
That's even crazy.
on Afterpay.
That's even crazier is the shit that's like these fools that are buying like like the Givenchy fucking like sneakers that are like $300 or something like that, and putting that on Afterpay, gang. That's come on.
It's
brother.
almost
The fool-
like-
have you seen the fools that are buying the fucking Is it Givenchy? I think it's Givenchy. The necklaces and the bracelets that are like fake diamond.
Yeah.
It's like cubic zirconium shit or whatever, and they're charging like $100 for the necklace and like $80 or something like that for the bracelets. And all these fools on TikTok are like buying them just because it has like
the fake
Givenchy
zirconia.
shit on it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, brother, man, like they're going into fucking Macy's buying this shit. Or like, I'm like, dog, what the fuck is
You
this?
know what it reminds me? I don't know if you saw the dystopian ass fucking ad where it was like you could finance a pizza.
Dog, that's the most fucked up shit. What was it, like Uber Eats or Postmates or something added fucking Klarna to their shit? So you could Klarna a fucking
a Big
Dog.
Mac.
We're cooked. Bro.
We're so
we
fucked.
are fucking cooked.
Look, if
No,
if
I
you
can't go. I can't go out. I'm financing a pizza from
Brother,
a couple weeks
imagine-
ago.
Oh my god.
yeah, I'm still in the hole with this pizza I ordered 2 weeks
Bro, I
ago.
missed my payment on my fucking McDonald's Big Mac meal, bro.
What the fuck?
Bro, taking out a loan, taking out interest, bro, having an APR, 9% APR on a fucking Big Mac, brother. Absolutely.
On a
insane.
Whopper.
Come on, brother. That's so crazy.
Nah, bro, that is insane, bro. We have reached new levels of debauchery, gang.
It's so fucked up.
Nah, do you guys know this? There's this like TikTok video making the rounds of this kid saying like masculinity is confusing. You haven't seen that? All right, then it's all right. What about the planter base? The article I sent you.
Oh, Palantir?
Palantir. Fuck, I'm
Brother.
stupid, bro. Yeah, the Palantir fucking database that Donald Trump fucking is going forward with, bro.
Well, I didn't read the article. What was the article about? You
So
read
it was practically the article that I was reading was practically about how like MAGA is essentially like turning on Trump for doing this like weird surveillance state ass fucking move, you know?
That's insane to be like
Yeah.
a liberal or a conservative tripping out about the surveillance state when I'm like, brother, what the fuck do you think you've been voting for the past 80 years? Bro?
Yeah, and they've been tripping about how like Donald Trump essentially turned their backs on them for being in cahoots with that
Peter
fool
Thiel?
Plantier or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Thiel.
Yeah, and so fools are like he betrayed us when he did that and shit, and all the conservatives are like riled the fuck up about it.
I
And
don't know what the fuck they thought they were voting for because I mean my boy Peter Thiel was riding for Trump the whole time. They've talked about that they were
yeah,
like business partners, like basically gonna be business partners and shit.
they started the thing, no? Too. He was like Trump
wasn't
was the
part of
founder.
Palantir. No, not a Palantir.
Uh-huh.
Peter Thiel was the founder of Palantir. But I mean, Trump has like shown interest. As long as he's shown interest in like security shit, he's shown interest in Palantir because they already have contracts with the CIA. Like Palantir is already doing all the shit that they're talking
for the
about.
government and shit. Yeah.
So the fact that
They have,
like,
like, mad
people are
contracts.
just
I
now
was reading that.
realizing it is so fucking perfect to me because it's all these dumb fuck. Look, Democrats are just as fucking stupid as Republicans are, but it's so funny to me to have all these MAGA like dudes that are like diehard, like you gotta do your own research on this shit. And this comes out and it's like, brother, man, we've known Palantir has had CIA contracts since the inception of Palantir, and now you're tripping that they're like stealing all your data and your precious ChatGPT. Everything is being fucking scraped off of ChatGPT. They have your email. They have your fucking every single thing when you're flirting with ChatGPT. All that shit's being scraped, and everybody knows that you're a fucking freak who's trying to fuck a robot. It's like, dog, this shit has been known.
Well, I don't know
forever.
if freak is correct.
Defending the ChatGPT fuckers. Bro.
I was just thinking like
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
realistically, like my data, like what really,
Bro, I'm
what could they really get out of me?
Look,
at
all
least?
I'm saying, give my data to Xi Jinping. Bro.
I think it's not really about you It's about analytics.
That's
You're a
what it is. That's-
statistic.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all it
no,
is,
100%,
Is like
like-
your dollars in marketers.
Yeah.
In like the marketing
So they can
Systems.
Uh,
know what to
Prom-
market, know
yeah.
what to promote. That's
Exactly.
what your data is used for. People
not
think-
only that,
people
but
like trip about it and
Yeah.
think that it's like, oh, they're stealing. Like they know my fucking. They want to know my address. They don't give a fuck about who you
Yeah.
are. They don't care about whose dick you're sucking. None of that stuff fucking matters to them. All that matters is like what they can promote to you to
Yeah.
make more money. That's all that they're
No-
selling.
not
that's
only
why
that-
that's why information like that is like so valuable.
but using that information too to like sway opinion.
Well, I mean
and,
that too.
like,
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Well,
and
that
to, like,
it's
you
all
know,
one and the same, right? It's like
yeah.
it's like using like the analytics of like who the people are that are
Yeah.
using this stuff and like pushing out propaganda or advertisements or whatever it is to them that they
Mhm.
know will like have a higher chance of affecting them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why these
100%.
fools get paid fucking insane hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars sometimes at these very big companies to be like the head of like marketing and stuff,
Yeah.
because that's what they're doing. They're like buying all this information from Google. They're buying all this information from Amazon. They're buying all
From
this information from all these
ChatGPT.
fools. From Palantir, because that's their job. is
Porn-
they give it to the fucking
Pornhub too.
100%.
They're
Yeah.
they're definitely selling my dad.
They are.
Hold
I mean, every website.
They're
anytime
selling
you go-
my
every
big
time you
booty
go onto a
Latinas.
website- Every time you go onto a website and you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
check, they made it legal. Like now, legally, you have to check like the cookies thing.
Yeah, yeah.
They're selling that data. That's what the cookies are. Is that's the majority of the fucking
Damn,
profit of
bro.
a lot of websites.
Sheesh, your tit, brother.
I got an idea. So there's this weird relationship between, well, I don't know if it's necessarily weird. I think it's weird as a regular person, but it kind of makes sense if you put it together. But the connection between Hollywood and our government
Hollyweird.
and it is, and major corporations and just the powers that be, basically, and
Yeah.
Hollywood being I feel like generally unspoken arm of the powers that be.
The fourth.
The fourth branch of the government, gang.
Shit.
Oh damn, I never heard that.
It's
but-
Immortal Techniques.
It's moral technique.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Well, I'm Immortal Technique then. No disrespect, my bad.
That's cool.
But I just remember. So, for example, I remember in one of the illest fucking things. I know you haven't seen it, Jolie, but Fern. And do you remember in The Dark Knight?
Mhm.
At the very end, when the Joker is holding a bunch of people hostage, but he has them dressed like thugs, and the thugs are dressed like doctors.
Mhm.
So then when the SWAT team goes in, they kill the wrong people, and Batman talks to Lucius Fox, right, his tech guy, and he goes, we've been working on this technology for a long time at Wayne Tech, that it's like echolocation. It takes cell phone signals and basically creates an image by basically bouncing the signal off of objects. And so yeah, it acts like echolocation, which it works because it's like a bat, so it's kind of thematic. But he goes, I need to use it. He's like, basically, you're going to turn every phone in Gotham into a live camera, essentially.
Yeah.
And so Batman goes, well, I need it to defeat him. And Lucius Fox goes, I respect that, but I can't work here longer if this technology is going to be here.
Yeah.
And so he uses it, right? And so he goes in, he gets like a full 3D scan of the building, and he's grappling around, taking people down. And you can see everything. Badass sequence. It's so good. The soundtrack, everything. But that was in 2009. Fast forward to, I think it was only a couple years ago, there is a report that Wi-Fi, what do you call it? Wi-Fi routers the signal can be used to get a 3-dimensional view of the household they're sitting in. And if you link routers together, there can be a full 3D live feed of a neighborhood, and so on and so forth. So I feel like, and then there's also
You're scaring me, brother.
in Ex Machina. Did you ever see Ex Machina?
I did not,
Either
but
of
I
you?
have heard of it. Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's Alex Garland. It's a good movie. But basically, so this tech billionaire flies out allegedly one of his best programmers for a weekend at his like little escape house. And so once it's all part of the plan. Spoiler alert, it's all part of the plan. But he brings him out and he goes, "Let me show you the latest thing I've been working on." And it's this robot. And so he purposefully leaves this guy alone with the robot. And you find out later on is that it was all built around this guy in a test for him. And it was like this robot, like even the way she looks, it was like we literally built her around your like porn searches as to what you're most attracted to. You felt like we were basically trying to see how human she can come across by basically leaning into everything that you like and are attracted to. So anyway, these are just two examples of things, one of which we know for sure has come out is possible, and the other one
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
that even kind of goes along with, I don't know if, I mean, you've definitely seen it because over the past like few years, there have been like multiple like criminal cases and shit where it's like Verizon came out and gave all the information that this person's cell phone has ever had, like to convict this person or whatever. Or like AT&T like releases every single time that this phone has pinged on any network and like every single message they've ever sent, even if it's been like 10 years and they deleted it, like all this shit.
Yeah.
All these companies have all this data and they hold it forever. Like they always have that data on you.
Yeah.
So like no matter anywhere you've ever been with your cell phone, any message you've ever sent, any call you've ever had, any picture you've ever fucking taken, all of it, they have every single fucking piece of it.
You know what's
So
crazy?
it's like if you ever get caught up with anything like that, instantly they're like giving it to the fucking police.
You know what's like kind of like a thought that comes into my head, like say what gives them the right to own our information as opposed to like
because
us?
it makes money.
Like
Well, that's the
could
thing.
we own
you can,
our
you can
you know?
request your information, but you can't request them to not own your information, because anytime you like activate any account, anytime you activate any like tech product or anything, one of the requirements to like start using it is always giving them consent to own your information.
Yeah.
So there's no way to like stop them from
Yeah.
doing it.
And you know what I was thinking? Back to the manufactured consent and
I was
shit.
about to say, yeah.
Like maybe this has already been spoken about or whatever, but or maybe this is a fresh thought, like the ushering of like the surveillance state. One, you know, like obviously you, like you said, slowly ushering the fucking thing in, like even from the Ring cameras, like that being a, like not a spearhead, but that being a ginormous fucking thing,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean it is, yeah.
Like
That is
ushering
part of
in
manufacturing consent, right? Where it's like they're putting in, like the Ring cameras is a good example, because it's like they're putting in something that for most people the positives will way outweigh the negatives of it, right?
yeah,
Like when is like they're like, oh okay, it's gonna record outside of my house,
Mhm.
but I keep getting my packages stolen anytime I order from Amazon. So I want to be able to see who's stealing my packages so I can give it to the cops or whatever, so they can like stop this person from stealing my packages.
yeah.
So for the majority of people who are buying it, the positives outweigh the negatives.
Yeah.
But then it's also like being like, okay, well, I can always look at it from the positives are outweighing the negatives, you know? So it is that manufacturing consent, the same kind of thing, where it's like you're just kind of getting used to
It's just a
whatever's
drip
happening.
feed.
Exactly, yeah. So you're just getting
That's all
used to
it
it,
is.
and then they just can keep implementing things where maybe the positives aren't outweighing the negatives so much anymore, but you've already said yes to everything else.
Yeah.
So like, what is the point
the-
of like fighting
it's the
back
Ring
now when we're already
camera,
at the end?
The Ring camera, the Alexa, the fucking
Exactly. Those are like
All
huge
of that.
ones where it's like all the people that started adopting all these like smart home things, and I'm like, I was always like weird about it because I'm like, what the fuck do you need to like tell something to turn your lights on instead of just
Yeah.
getting up and turning your fucking lights on? Like that was crazy to me.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing where it's like to the people who adopted it,
right?
it's like for them the positives outweighed the negatives, right? Like it's constantly listening to you. It tells you it's always listening to you. But for them, they'd rather just sit on their fucking ass instead of standing up to turn the lights on.
Yeah.
And it worked out. They ended up buying it, and now everything they fucking say in their house is owned by Amazon, basically.
Yeah, that again, like when I was doing Amazon, right, working for Amazon, bro. Dude, I thought the Ring camera was like not a rare or an uncommon thing, you know? Bro, this
no.
this
I know
fucking
so many
thing
people
is
that have it.
everywhere,
Uh-huh.
bro.
Mhm.
I was
like,
beat
you
me-
can't even kill somebody these days.
No,
bro.
fuck no.
You're gonna get caught on a Ring
Everything's on
camera
fucking
somewhere.
Ring camera, yeah.
and that's where like the surveillance state is like almost just like being ushered in slowly, like
yeah.
not only that, but no, back to my point with the Amazon thing. I was like, oh, I personally thought that Ring cameras were not necessarily a rare occurrence, but were like almost like an ADT thing, like where it was like some people had it, some people didn't. Right, bro.
It's very accessible.
It was alarming the way like this fucking thing was. I kid you not, at every fucking house, bro. On top of that, bro, gated communities, gang.
Yeah.
Ring cameras in gated
I
communities.
mean, that's how they make their money, though, is like making it seem like you need this.
Mm-hmm.
You need a Ring camera. What if, who cares how safe your community is? What if somebody's out there stealing your packages off the door?
Bro,
Like, that's like the big
yeah.
thing. And I'm like, brother, man, you're in a gated community.
I got
You don't
some.
need that.
I got some shit to tell y'all after this.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
and hold on, and let me finish. And then, what was it?
I mean, after the pod, so you're good.
Apartments, bro. Like, closed in like, I'm just like, bro, like, is all this shit really necessary? Oh, no. Do you know what was crazy to me that was actually fucking insane that people allowed this to happen? So when you're delivering a package, you could ask Amazon like how you would want it delivered, right? Either at your front porch, the back, whatever the fuck, right? Some people would have the thing where it's inside their garage. So the app, the thing you work on, right?
Uh-huh.
It would essentially not have the code, but it was just something as simple as a slide on the app to open the garage door.
No way.
Bro. Yes,
So
bro.
like programmed it to like
I don't know.
like the remote programmed fucking garage door openers. Like
So
programmed
it's
it
so on
into
the app, like it says, all right, the customer wants their package in the garage.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I don't know how they gave the consent or whatever wiring they went through to have this fucking thing go through, but all you literally had to do was like, all right, stand next to the garage door
Yeah.
and slide the fucking thing, bro, and it would open,
Bro,
and just put the package in, slide the thing, close it, and
that's insane.
How can you be pro freedom and then also vote for the rights of fucking billionaires to do shit like that?
I thought it was fucking crazy. I would never, me personally, I would never.
I'm a real American.
Never
That's what I'm
let
saying.
something like that happen, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I'm really about freedom. The fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Just
That's
giving
fucking crazy.
the corporate and then one day they'd be like, oh, I want it in the back of I want it in my room.
And then he fucks your wife.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, no, it's.
Here's the thing. I'm a real American. I don't want my wife fucked by people that aren't me.
Yeah,
That's
oh
what I'm
God,
saying,
bro.
brother.
That's just me, though.
Leave Jeff Bezos out of my bedroom.
Oh God, bro.
Unless...
Nah, bro, no unless. Yeah, but isn't that crazy, bro?
That's
like,
insane. I
like-
didn't know that was a thing.
yes, bro. I didn't
That's
know that
fucking
was a
crazy.
thing either.
That
I
is
was like,
fucking
I
wild.
could. And the funny thing is, one of the garages wouldn't work or it wouldn't close, and then I had to call like the Amazon fucking help shit, like to help me close the fucking thing, and it was a whole fucking thing. It was crazy how they would just allow me, a stranger, to be inside your house. I like how people say we're not in a surveillance state.
I know.
Like, we're clearly living in that shit.
China's in a surveillance state.
That I believe.
Podcast is
bro.
over.
All right, bro. You want to end it here?
We probably should. We've
All
been
right.
on for
Yeah,
about
I feel like it's
2.5
been a minute.
hours.
Yeah, I was about to say we were saying we were
It's
going to
also
stop
dark
at
time.
2.
We should probably go get some food before.
All right.
everybody
That's true. It
closes
is
like
dark
last
time.
Alrighty.
All right,
Gallo's ugly.
Episode 8.
again, if you made it this far, we love you. You're the best.
Oh yeah.
Fucking honk for the homies. Honk if you're against the surveillance state.
Honk
God.
if you're horny.
Honk if you're horny. We talked about a lot of horny things today.
We did.
R.I.P. Sponto.
R.I.P. Sponto. You know what I'm saying? Drink beer. Don't do whippets. Don't do hard drugs. Don't do all this dumb shit. Don't do kratom. Don't drink kava.
Damn, bro, that was we should have a kratom episode.
We'll next time we'll research it and we'll get into it next week. Right. But just drink a beer or two with the boys. It's all good. We have a good time.
Yeah, drink a beer with your boys. Chill in the surveillance state.
You know what I'm saying? Fight against the
don't
surveillance
think about
state.
It too much,
Yeah,
though. Like,
honestly,
don't go crazy over it.
That's true. I don't want to say it before you do, Jolie.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. Adios.